This is Tolk the Destroyer, and you are listening to the Indie Wrestling Experience with Bob and John. And if you're not, Tolk will crush you.
Find wrestling, one promotion, one event, one match at a time. We are the Indie Wrestling Experience with Bob and John. I am Bob. John, what's up?
What is going on, everybody? Hey, Bob. Good to see you, buddy.
Yo, man, this is a crazy week, man. We got so much going on.
Absolutely.
And just real life is just wearing me down. How about you?
Yeah, same. This is busy time of year for shoot jobs. So. And I know your fits and starts, and I know you with the move and everything else you got going on, brother. Yeah, I get it.
It's wild, man. It's wild. I don't have any big trials coming up right now, so I'm in a little bit of a lull, but I'm going to take it for now. I don't want to jinx it.
Yeah, knock on that wood, bro.
Yeah, seriously, man. The day of my last jury trial will be a party. It will be the retirement party to end all retirement parties, and it may only be 3 or 4 years away. So let's see.
Hey, man, bank it now, brother.
I'm trying, man. I'm trying. But look, hey, my kids are turning 18. Starting to wrap up. And the youngest one, I'm hoping, is getting a scholarship. She's doing real good.
Hey, man. The Richard's genes are strong within that one.
Oh, Lord. Oh, my goodness gracious. Well, then she'll be neurotic, too, and she'll be...
I have better parents. I get it.
Oh, man. Well, look, I am going to start with you. I don't know how much you looked up after you sent it to me, but I had to put it at the top of the show. You have found for us soft ground wrestling. Uh-huh. You have opened up the door for everyone on this who listens to this show, all 4 of them, to check out Uganda.
Yep.
And now we find out Johnny TV, which is, by the way, a cross-promotion for both our podcasts. Check out the Underground Lucha Experience. But Johnny TV is going to be in India. What did you find out about this?
Hey, man. So, this promotion looks like it's really starting to pop off. And India, I'm starting to see a lot of stuff come out of India. They've got a lot of really cool stuff. They got some cool storylines. And like you said, old Johnny TV, man, you throw up a title out there and ask for the best of the best to show up, Johnny's going to show up.
Hell yeah. He can't resist.
No, and dude, he still looks goddamn phenomenal.
Yeah, he looks the same as he does in the Lucha episodes we're watching.
I think he's, he just turned 93, I think. Did a triple backflip off the side of a building doing his parkour run. Yeah, Johnny looks great. And you cannot have a better representative to kind of show up and you're trying to make a statement, of what you have to offer, the landscape of independent wrestling. Man, I'm telling you, if I'm starting a company somewhere, I'm reaching out to Johnny for sure. Why would you not?
Yes, 100%, man. I agree with you. Like you said, Johnny TV, Johnny Mundo, he will show up anywhere. And look, you're right about India. I mean, India's had a long. I mean, shit. We just watched Mahabali Shera the other night. Mahabali Shera destroy Jake Hager in power slap.
Hey, man. He got one of those bloodline boys, though, a couple nights later, and it didn't work out so well for him.
Yes, that is a fact. Absolutely, man. And Power Slap 22, I think, is Thursday night. Probably, dude, I think the day this drops. I'm so excited.
I keep telling myself I'm not going to get into this, and
no,
damn it if I'm not, because there's too many of our people that are migrating that way. And so we have to pull for our guys and gals for sure.
Haley J, what's up? Haley J, better. I don't know if she's on this show or not. I think this show is overseas. So I don't know if she's on the
getting big.
It is getting big, man. It is. But you know what's funny? I was just listening to John Layfield on a podcast earlier from a few months ago talking about Power Slap, and he laid it out like this. Bro, do you want to be a wrestler with a reputation who gets stuck with a ringer and doesn't know it, and then all of a sudden you get knocked out by a guy with bricks for hands? Like, he said it felt like a setup.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Jake Hager destroyed in his first one, and he got destroyed by a wrestler in the second one. But
from everything I can see of it, I mean, like I said, it's exciting, it's fun. Obviously, we know knockouts sell, right? I mean, that's combat sports. That's what everybody's wanting to see. To me, I've seen enough of it to really believe it. It feels like 8 out of 10 times, it really comes down to that coin toss, right?
Right.
Who's getting the first slap in? And especially when you start getting guys the size of Mahabali Shira, Jake Hager, hell, even facades, guys that are in this kind of shape, dude, it is crazy. But you're going to get these knockouts, and I don't know that people, especially the younger viewers that are really kind of taking to this, I don't know if they're viewing it as like, oh, you got knocked the fuck out.
Right. It's a different generation.
Yeah, I don't think they're seeing it that way. I really don't. You and I absolutely see it that way. I don't know that I could participate in a sport where I'm going to willingly let somebody try to knock me out.
Yeah, you can't defend at all.
No.
There's no defense.
So for me, no. But I do think that the younger viewers are viewing that differently. I don't think they view it as that. So, who knows? And these younger performers are performers. The not the slap performers, but our indie wrestlers that are really kind of starting to migrate to it.
Right.
They're some of the younger guys, and I don't believe they view it that way. They view this as a competition and a way to get their name out there, and I think they differentiate between the power slap persona, which is probably more their real persona, versus the wrestling persona.
Right? Yeah, absolutely, man. And look, I think Jake Hager is a great case study on that because he fits so much better there. Like
absolutely.
He doesn't have to be Jack Swagger. He can just be
Jake, who is a bad mother effer.
And he took a knockout from Mahabali. But, dude, his slap on that first match and knocked that guy out was unreal. It was crazy. Yep. So that's what makes this kind of fun. I enjoy it. My daughter, dude, Lauren, you talk about opinions.
Yeah.
She is hooked on power slap, man. But since we're talking about a bunch of wrestling talent and the ways they go for TV, I got this is a talent heavy start to the episode. I'm not going to lie to you, John. This is a talent heavy start because there's a lot of talents who, in my mind, we talk about it all the time. We talk about the Ascension, right?
Right.
I think I was watching. I'm going to start with Wrestling Revolver, which, by the way, dude, if you get a chance, the Wrestling Revolver show, Silence of the Slams, I think it was called, from Friday night, was just unbelievable. The former Joe Gacy against Rich Swann in the main event.
Yeah, the clips I've seen of Gacy and what's he going by now? He's not back to Dexter Loomis, right? He's going by Samuel Shaw.
No, Joe Gacy. Oh, you're talking about the two of them.
Yeah, okay, I'm saying the two of them together. Joe Gacy, dude, they look phenomenal. Those guys look like just the mercenary team that just rolls into your promotion and fucks shit up.
Right.
I mean, they look amazing, and I've always Samuel Shaw, Dexter Loomis, whatever we're gonna call him.
Yes.
Dude, I've always said to myself, with the right gimmick, that guy I'm telling you, it's the second coming of Stone Cold for me. I see a lot of Stone Cold, not necessarily the exact same gimmick, but just the way he carries himself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know. There's something about him that just it's captivating to me.
This is weird. It's off the wall, but ever since he did his hair for the Wyatt Six, all I want to do is put him in a tag team with Fulton.
Dude. Would kill it.
I
mean, would absolutely kill it.
I mean, God, neither one of them would have to say a word.
No.
But the funny thing about that card is you and I have been talking about people getting placed in positions to ascend. Signals that the ascension is coming, right? 2 matches on this show. Joe Alonzo.
Love Joe Alonzo.
They put him with Moxley. Moxley shows up at Wrestling Revolver and takes on Alonzo. Does that not signal something to you or what? We've been talking about him for months.
Dude, it's kind of this... When you see a guy the level of a Moxley, or when MJF was on that little bit of a run where he was going around and, sometimes there were offers, sometimes there weren't, but even when there was no offer, let's be honest, there was an unwritten, unspoken offer, right?
Yep.
An offer to the indie wrestling gods that, listen, you just showed out with a talent the level of an MJF or a Moxley. You're ready for somebody to take a shot on you. And listen, we know Joe Alonzo's been there for a while. You get Moxley to come down and go one-on-one with you. Dude, that's saying something. The good on Moxley and good on Alonzo, man. You know, everything I've read about it, I haven't seen any clips or anything, but everything that I've read, the match was phenomenal.
It was.
And Alonzo just showed out.
He's a star, man. I'm telling you, he's got the charisma, dude. He's a little tinier, but like, dude, just putting him up next to Moxley, he belongs. He's ready, dude. He is so ready. And I mean, he's already made appearances for the NWA for what, 4 years now. I mean, he's ready. He's ready for his moment, dude. I'm telling you, that guy's ready.
NWA, I believe, is where I first came across Joe Alonzo and was just absolutely blown away. Even on that level, I'm thinking, which we know, NWA is, you know, even 4 years ago is high. We'll call it what, high AA.
Yeah, right.
High A. You know, they are right there with Ring of Honor as far as I'm concerned. And so this was a guy that I'm going, God damn, why is he here and not on my TV weekly? Yeah, and that was, like you said, 4 years ago, and he has only gotten phenomenally better.
Right.
It's crazy to me.
At the same time, I got to see him live at Rich in Wisconsin or at RPW the first time I went out in a mixed tag with Missa Kate. What's up?
Ooh.
Right?
Talk about somebody that's ready.
Dude, he had the charisma then. You just knew it.
Yes.
You just knew it with that kid. Another guy that John, I know, has been impressed with recently, but now is part of a tag team, Teriyaki and his tag team partner, Jay Lucas, top team on this same show, John. They got to battle Adam Priest and Jonathan Gresham. Signal. It's like, what was that movie? Don't Be a Menace to South Central while drinking your juice in the hood. And Keenan Ivory Wayans would pop up in different spots and he would go, message. Like, this is your message right now.
Yep.
Top team's coming. And Teriyaki's a star.
Teriyaki is absolutely a star. and let's be honest, I mean, at this point, Gresham is a star maker.
Yes.
Gresham, to me, is, in my mind, Gresham is the head coach of all of the indies. That is Gresham. That's his job. I mean, the guy is absolutely amazing. And yes, Teriyaki is, dude, ready. If you have not seen him, find some clips.
Yeah, man.
Just get ready to fall in love because this
Focus
guy
Pro
is special.
show.
Oh my God, it was so good.
That was that one where he did that. He tried to do that Canadian Destroyer, but from an angle on the apron or some shit. It was wild. It was so good, and then he landed it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yeah, he does stuff that nobody else does. It's crazy,
right? So yeah, definitely check out that Wrestling Revolver show. Keep your eye on Alonzo. Keep your eye on Top Team. Those folks are ready to go. I was also watching. I got to watch a lot of wrestling this weekend. If you can't tell, John, if you couldn't tell from the notes, but I was watching Apple City Championship Wrestling. We've talked about them a couple times before.
Yep.
Got to see Nikki Wilde. You and I know Nikki Wilde's got that look.
Yes, she does.
She's not quite there, but she's getting a lot better in the ring, man. And when she puts that whole package together and she can wrestle, I mean, when she gets good enough to do a Divas era match, she's gonna start ascending just that quickly. It's gonna happen that fast. I think at least. The other one I wanted you to see, I put him in the notes. I sent you a text. I could show it to you now. I'm curious if you saw any of Jake Parker. I am super impressed with this kid.
I have not, but you listen, everybody. We've been listening to Bob for a while now, right? So Bob gets on these little tangents. This is not one of his tangents. This guy is ridiculous. But listen, Bob falls in love easily.
I
Bob
do.
Loves hard.
Listen,
but
John could tell you stories for 40 years worth of that shit.
But Bob falls out of love just as quickly, and he has not shut up about Jake Parker yet. So he really likes this gentleman.
Now listen, I am. There's no way we can play the audio on this, so I'm probably going to just skip over this and edit it out so we don't get a cease and desist from IWTV. But John, I just got to show you this juxtaposition. I'm going to share it now, and it'll probably skip forward here in just a second.
All right.
Well, I guess this is where the edit ends, and we're probably back to the real broadcast here. John, what'd you think of Jake Parker?
Yes, please. Dude, that guy has got listen, everybody. Bob is known for his smoke blowing. This ain't one of the times.
You know what, man? I'm feeling like a little backhanded comments.
I'll tell you.
Compliments going on today, man. I feel like I'm getting a little side action.
This is what happens, man. I got a little sleep last night.
I have never. Oh shit, that's my chicken. All right, the chicken is safe.
The chicken is safe.
Woo! I don't remember what I was saying, but I'm sure it was about Jake Parker and how. Oh yeah, that's right. You were saying I'm full of hyperbole. You're saying I'm
a little bit, but not on this gentleman. This guy, yeah. Holy mackerel!
Yeah,
this guy is he's got something.
Hey, and like I said, man, that Apple City Championship, we've talked about him before. They run out of Hickory. That's pretty close to your kid, I think.
Yeah, it's
we might
about
be
an
able to
hour.
Make a trip.
About 50 minutes to an hour from Charlotte. Yeah.
All right, I can do an hour and 15 minutes if you drive half of it.
There you go.
And we may stop for a hotel like old people do now. We drive half of it and stop at a hotel and then do the other half of the journey the next day.
Well, we'll stop somewhere and get a little prune juice and some graham crackers, and we'll be all right.
Oh, man, it went from hot dogs and green beans to prune juice and graham crackers.
Oh, well, my teeth are brittle. What do you want from me?
I got that Mucilix all ready for the morning, too. Let's see. So, more talent.
Yes.
There was a new Adrenaline Championship Wrestling. Your boy, Chince McMahon, Jimmy Ellsworth, crowned a new women's champion on Saturday and then switched the belt back on Sunday. Christyan XO has 24 hours with that title. How they took it off of her, I have no idea. Like, that doesn't make any sense. But Nihir Robles is your two-time.
Well, and let's be honest. You and I, and again, I'm going to give Bob his props on this one. He called Christyan from the jump. First time we saw her, he said, that's future champ right there. There's too much just size. And if she can learn to wrestle, this, WWE is the limit. Yeah. This might have been a 24-hour run. It ain't the last one.
Look, she's already got a feud going with the Rizzler. You know what I mean? She doesn't need this. This is just the cherry on top. You know what I mean?
Dude,
but she's the package, man. Like Story Denali and all these other really tall ladies that are getting like that seems to be. You know, in the NBA, sometimes they go through a centers phase and sometimes they go through a 3-point phase. Like indie wrestling is going through a centers phase right now, especially in the women's game, and it's really cool to see. I love seeing all these really tall women becoming like the Satnam Singh or whatever, Omos or whatever.
I'll tell you what, right now the pipeline from women's basketball in the wrestling it's there right now for sure. These ladies come in, they're already athletes. They've got size, they've got strength, and they have, basketball is a hand-eye coordination sport, man. They have the agility to really excel at this, and a lot of them are just looking phenomenal, just absolutely phenomenal.
Oh, 100%, man. I'm here for all of it. I love all the talent. I love, you know how I get, look, we're getting near, John, the first time I've said this year, but we're getting close to the top 1,000 season again. And so I got talent on the mind. I got wrestling names are just bubbling in my head. And Christyan XO is certainly one of them. Nihir Robles is going to be very... I was kind of checking on some win-loss records earlier, man. Nihir Robles is going to be very well-positioned this year, I think, unless something goes south. And speaking of something going south, I'm actually going to talk about one of your guys. You're the big Mike Walker guy, man.
Love me some Miami Mike, yes.
We've been talking about it for weeks. Why did Miami Mike really party too hard and they had to get rid of the CZW belts? Would Miami Mike show up for the Focus Pro title match? He did not, and they lost. More on that later in the show, but then a week ago, John, he shows up at MCW with the title, says he's not medically cleared because of some unknown medical condition, vacates the title, and a week later, they crown a new champion in Hollywood. The one show I missed, they crown a new champion, Patrick Clark. Who said there was someone...
Was it these guys? Was it these guys saying it was time for Patrick Clark to be let back into the club, man? Yep. Listen, taking aside all the fun stuff, all this stuff, all our indie stuff, our shtick stuff. The man has paid his dues, right? He's paid his penance. He went from the very top to you talk about that you couldn't get any lower than they knocked him down. Everything you and I have seen from him, he stayed humble. He's dude, the character work is fucking phenomenal. He has not missed a beat since the Velveteen Dream, and this Patrick Clark is even better than that. I'm there for it when he starts that climb all the way back up to the top.
Yeah,
because he's going to show up somewhere and he is going to fucking dominate. He is going to be in somebody's main storyline. He is going to be just fucking phenomenal.
No question, man. I believe the words I used were they're going to put the belt on that boy. I believe that was a year ago. Mm-hmm. And but look, it was obvious, man. This guy is too talented to be held down.
Yes.
You know, and Mike Walker going down is the perfect chance to just make that happen. Hell, I think MCW heard our broadcast when we talked about putting the belt on him, and I think they put Mike Walker in the middle just to spite us. But I think paranoia aside,
we might have that kind of pull now. I don't know.
Let's ask our 7 listeners what they think. Another guy that you're real high, we're both real high on, but this caught me off guard. I was not expecting Nick Battee to take down David Goldie and win the WWGP Championship at a dog event just a couple weeks ago, man. What do you think about that?
I wasn't either, but I think you and I both agree Nick is ready for that step up. And hey, I'm hoping this means that Goldie is on his way to some bigger, better, opportunities. Some more eyeballs on him because, listen, Goldie, another one that why he's not in AEW right now or in NXT, I have no idea. No idea. He could be headlining at TNA right now. So, this is one of those where there wasn't a loser in that match as far as I'm concerned.
Nope.
Goldie gets to move on and do what he absolutely is ready to do, and Battee is ready to step up and kind of show that he can be the big dog in one of these. See what I did there? Be the big dog in a promotion.
Hey. He's going to be a great heel champion, man.
Cool.
Like Jinder Mahal levels of SmackDown.
Yes.
It's going to
Nick
be
Battee, so good.
It's great.
So good.
And he's so great at taking the bumps too. Like
everything.
He sells and he's like the heel and gets put on his back like he's stunned. Like everything is so good. We've been.
I know we keep saying we're gonna start our t-shirt biz, but I'm telling you right now, Nick Battee, king of intangibles.
Hey, what we need to do is draft. We need to start a promotion. Would you draft? Would you draft Nick Battee if you started a promotion?
He might be a little bit later rounds, but if I need a heel and Nick Battee is there, Nick Battee's coming over to my team, man.
Yeah, I could put my TV title on Nick Battee right now.
Mm-hmm.
Or something like that. Speaking of which, there is a huge group. And we're not going to take these people one by one. We don't have time for all that shit, although I wish we did because I love taking these folks one by one and talk about all of them because we get to see so many. And I think that's partly my fault. But but we get to see so many, and a bunch of them have been called for tryouts, ID tryouts over SummerSlam weekend. Let me just read this list. J-Rod, Josiah Jean, Titus Alexander, Conan Lycan, Colton Theron Vaught, Must See TV, Brooke Havoc, Cody Lane, Ladybird Monica Monroe, and Ox Adams. John, your pick. Who you want to talk about first?
Well, dude, you can't have that list, and I do want to point out you left out a Bobby Casale, man.
Oh shit! Did I skip right over Bobby Casale?
Skip right over. You do not skip over that man because I think he could find us.
We've been ever since the moment we saw him,
dude. The minute we saw him, with this list, man, I have to start with my absolute favorite female performer that needs to be on my TV screen weekly, and that's J-Rod.
Dude, you've been saying J-Rod for a year
since you introduced me. Again, she was another one that the first time I saw her, I fell in love with the performer.
Yes.
She is absolutely phenomenal. Let's go. Let's talk J-Rod.
I agree. Dude, I think she's great. I think you saw TNA is also interested in her as well.
Yep.
Although that might be one pipeline, but still, don't take away from the accomplishment there.
No, not at all.
Have them interested in her.
She's ready. She is absolutely ready.
She's been ready. The only thing that slowed us down is American Gladiators, like you said. And that's an even bigger opportunity.
Exactly.
She is a TV star. We were just talking about these tall women, these tall muscular women. You could put her in with Charlotte Flair, Raquel Rodriguez. She's been ready, man.
Anybody, and she can compete right now.
Yep.
Right now.
Yep. And listen, I don't mean to take away one of yours because I know this is one of yours, but I can't not mention Ox Adams, dude. Did we not? I mean, that's another guy. The moment I think we were talking about feeding him to Hogan like the first time we saw him.
Yep.
Like you could feed him to Hogan now.
Yep. Back in the day, he absolutely would have been that guy leading into SummerSlam or the Rumble or something like that. Listen, this guy is an absolute monster. He's a big guy among big guys. So, if he can, and he's one that I think right now would absolutely benefit from the ID program or one of the, get towards NXT, just because I don't know how many indie spots and schools can really teach a guy that size. I mean, he's going to be able to get fundamentals, but he's got to be around some big guys to teach him big guy. And that big of a guy.
Yeah.
He dude, I'm telling you, he can be a monster for somebody. Absolutely.
No doubt, man. Colton Theron Vaught is a guy that I definitely I think you guys should check out. He's AJ Styles just gave him some big praise the other day. Monica Monroe is not someone that you and I have watched much. But I can tell you she's going to be very high in the power rankings this month. She could be number one. To me, she's probably the most pro-ready. But the other one that I wanted to talk about, you and me, because we mentioned her so many times, is Brooke Havoc. I think she's great. We haven't seen enough of her performing lately, which is sad. But I think the moment we saw her, we thought she was great as well. There's a scrappiness about her character, that's, I don't know. Yep. I think she's got all the stuff, man.
And then we got Bobby Casal. You talk about a guy that's a throwback guy. He just reminds me. Back in the day, he'd have been that third member of the Midnight Express. I'm telling you, he'd have been the heater, right? He'd have been the muscle. This guy is phenomenal. And this is a guy, like you said, we'd never even heard the name until we saw him. And he came out. I want to say he came out as muscle for somebody.
Mm-hmm.
And you and I couldn't tell you anything about that match. Other than this beast of a man that came out as the third wheel in that match and stood at ringside. Bobby Casal, and now he's popped everywhere. We see Bobby Casal all the time. He's another one, dude. He's ready. He looks the part. His wrestling has gotten to just a great level. I'm ready for him for some bigger things.
Yeah, agreed. And we didn't even mention Titus Alexander, who was Starboy Charlie's tag team partner in the Crush Boys.
Yep.
I mean, Titus Alexander has been talked about for a very long time as someone who was ready to make the jump. So this is a freaking crazy list. And don't forget, when you mentioned Bobby Casal, he also did a one-night run in Rad Pro as Lou Ferrigno, L-E-W Ferrigno, man. So,
and damn if he didn't look like his daddy.
Exactly like it, man. Exactly like it.
And out of this group, Bob, I have not seen any matches, but I have pulled up and looked at some stats, things like that, just kind of get an idea of what the character is. Dude, don't sleep on Conan Lycan.
No, I know.
That dude looks like Conan the Destroyer.
Yes.
He is going to come in and somebody's going to turn him into something. I'm telling you. I don't know what they'll do. If he'll keep that kind of barbarian look kind of to him, but dude, that guy, the it factor, that guy is the it factor. I mean, it is jaw dropping to look at that dude.
Yeah. Now, what was I going to say about? That's a Midwest guy, Conan Lycan. So a lot of Chicago stuff. We've seen him in Dreamwave, I think, Chicago style. That, like I said, he is fantastic. And wait, hold on. Oh, I did. I wanted to mention something else to you, John. This is late addition to this list.
Oh.
This is not an ID tryout. I don't know if you saw this. I just first saw it a couple of hours ago. But Sean Ross Sapp is reporting that KJ Orso, the former Fuego del Sol, is trying out this weekend as well. Now, that is a guarantee.
Yes. Yes, dude, and you and I, dude, we've been big on that ever since that mask finally came off, and you and I were just like, God damn, man, if I look like that, there's no way you put a mask on me.
No, yeah, right.
He is a handsome
like,
dude, and he can listen. He can just fucking go.
Oh my god,
there are not many luchadors doing some of the stuff that he can do. It is, and charisma. Holy shit, do the people love him?
Yep. Oh, damn, man. His work in GCW lately has just been off the charts. With
it's been ridiculous.
And he's just, like I said, that kid, like I said, I've said it a million times. I'll say it one more time. Fuego del Sol was not great. KJ Orso is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
So I'm very, very happy for him, man.
Yes.
God, dude, so much freaking talent. You know what I mean? Like, I wonder if we were to start our own company.
Okay.
I mean, let's say if we were to start our own company. Like, let's call it like an MLW or an NWA or Ring of Honor level company, right? Like TV, picking people from the indies, but competing with that. What do we call that? That's the Triple A tier.
We call it. I call them mid majors. We're mid majors.
The mid majors, right? Then so the mid majors are look. You and I are each forming a. Ooh, this will be fun. You and I are each forming a mid-major like MLW or NWA. We got to draft a bunch of people. My first question to you is, how high is KJ Orso on that list?
Dude, if we're throwing somebody in there, or thinking, if I'm thinking about it, and I'm thinking divisions, right? And if we've got Ed X division type belt running around my promotion, your promotion, whatever. KJ Orso, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. I like that idea.
Absolutely.
I like that idea too. Yes, 100%, man. What about J-Rod?
Oh, dude, that's first round. That's a first rounder for me. That absolutely.
Shit, there it is. John's calling it right now. J-Rod, first rounder.
I absolutely. If she's not in my women's title picture, she may just be my inaugural champ.
You know what?
I'm calling it now.
We could make an episode out of this.
Yeah? Oh, I'd be down.
What do you say? Like, we come up with some ideas, right? Like, I don't know, off the top of my head, 50 people or 40 people or 60 people. Okay. I don't know how many you fill out a roster with, but so many women, so many men, then it's some gimmick folks, right? Like, your giant attraction that you don't need to put the belt on. Or some tag teams, or your Danhausen, who's your comic relief, or your R-Truth, who's your comic relief, or entertains the crowd and does whatever.
I think we got to flesh this out, get some parameters to it, but I think we could do an episode on this, man.
Yeah, we should. We could keep as many people who have touched TV off, I think. But we'll have to find a middle ground on that, right? Because J-Rod's been on TV, on American Gladiators, and she's got an ID tryout. Do we draw the line above her or below her? That's good. There's a lot of things to flush out here. Yeah, no, we should do that next week. And honestly, I don't know if we have a guest that's supposed to be on in a little while. The promoter from No Regrets Wrestling, and nice. He should be on here in a little while. But next week we don't have a guest, so instead of filling that guest, we could come up with some rules.
Yeah, let's flesh this out, man.
This will be fun. I wonder if anybody else could. No, there's too many people. So you and me coming up with rules next week for a draft. And let's do the draft. What do you say, 2 weeks? So we'll do rules next week, draft in 2 weeks. And get some, do we want like input from, like, should I social post it and get some input from whoever everybody thinks we should?
Absolutely.
All right.
We need some input on, who's out there and ready to join up with the mid majors, and who's definitely some ideas for some parameters, some rules. Give us some, because if we get to go, man, this intergalactic wrestling alliance that we're going to build is going to be crazy.
The Universal Intergalactic 24/7.
All right. Anything 24/7, we're pulling R-Truth.
But listen, I do have one rule that I have to say right now, and then we're going to move on. We're going to bring in our guest.
All right.
I got one more thing I want to mention first before we bring on our guest. But the one rule I am stating right now, there will be no trios championships. I can't have it. I can't.
I'm with you. I'm with you on that.
I can't have trios championships. It's too much. It was bad enough when they were 6-man championships. And Dusty Rhodes and the Road Warriors wore those things to the ring for like 4 years. I don't think they ever defended them. So I got flashbacks to that. But the last thing I want to mention before we get our guest in here is the shit that broke down at UPW this weekend.
Bro.
We got kayfabe, we got no sold by Tully here because he didn't mention a word. Tully steps in. First of all, he loses to his former tag team partner Onyx Andretti.
Oh.
Then he steps in for Big Con, who couldn't make it, and loses Big Con's belt to Jason. They kick him out of the collective. They kick him out of UPW, and now they're posting like memory videos of like it's like in memoriam at the Oscars or something, like Tully's time. Let's look back on Tully's time in UPW. Like, he's just gone just that fast, dude. What the
man?
He didn't say a word about any of this.
Yeah, dude, we were there were some brutal posts, man. There were some brutal comments. Samson, see you, loser.
I like the fact that Tully thought it was funny enough to post himself looking like Virgil, though. Like, that was good enough. So Tully can laugh at himself, you know what I mean? But damn, I texted him. I haven't heard back yet. I texted him. I said, dude, you lost a belt that wasn't even yours? What the hell, man?
Yeah, not a good week to be Tully. But
no.
But, this may lead to some cool shit for our friend.
Oh, dude, and we're thinking the same thing, too, man.
I think we are thinking the same thing.
I'm hoping. I won't say a word. I don't want to spoil anybody's anything. I feel like sometimes we do that on here, and I'm really trying not to do that. Geez, we'll talk about Focus Pro in a minute. I feel bad.
Yep.
Calling that one in advance.
All we'll say is that Tully does not seem like the kind of guy to take this laying down. So we'll leave it at that.
Look, I want to see what the future holds. Samson cannot be happy.
No.
Losing that belt. He told me there is zero. Didn't he say there was zero?
There was zero chance they were losing belts. I'll tell you what, though, Jason better watch his ass.
Oh yeah, Big Con's coming back when he comes back.
And Big Con does not seem like the most patient of men.
No, man. Look, ever since he was in the Ascension with who? Hold on. It was him and someone else. So he's just fine. That's that. All right. So next week, John. Fine. He's still staring daggers through me. So next week we'll do our draft rules.
All right.
We'll see how this goes. A new episode concept, and maybe in a couple of weeks we'll bring Tully back on and talk to him about this stuff while we do another watch along. Because watching along with Tully is like, it's one of my new simple life pleasures. Dude, man. It's just so fun.
It really is like going to school. I mean, we're learning a lot of shit.
We did. We learned about Charles Manson.
And it's kind of like, learning from the kid that your mom doesn't want you to learn from. So it's awesome. Tully is fucking awesome.
You guys like our brothers? No. All right, let me see if I got Taylor ready here. One sec. All right, John, it is time for our guest. Please welcome to the show the promoter, owner of No Regrets Wrestling out in Wisconsin, Taylor Lytle. Welcome to the show, man.
Hey, thank you for having me.
Yeah, man. Thanks for coming on, bro. Thank you.
Hey,
thank you.
I got it. Before I talk about anything else, man, Rich Buchholtz was sending us some of the carnage from what happened out there with the weather the other day, man. Everybody okay in your end? And did it come near you?
Yeah, so we're actually I'm not in that area, but definitely a lot of people that I know are affected by that. So my thoughts go out to them because it's a lot. I've seen pictures and videos, and there are a lot of my friends that are without power and stuff like that. I don't know if I know anybody that was directly in the tornadoes or anything like that. Mm-hmm. But I do know there were a lot of people that were affected by it. So there is out here, there's actually going to be a few companies that run in that area that are looking to put together a big event to help support that.
That's cool.
Support the efforts towards that. So
that's really cool. Yeah, definitely keep us in on the loop on that because we want to help support that if we can.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, I don't know much about it because I'm not directly involved with that. There's a lot of really good companies that, like I said, that they run in that area that are all doing that. I'm going to see if I can maybe at least try to possibly make a donation to help out a little bit there.
Very cool.
But yeah, once I hear more, I'm sure everybody else will hear more about that. So
very cool. Sounds good, man. Sounds good. Well, welcome to the show. We've been trying to get you on for a little while, and it's mostly our schedule. And I know you've got a big show coming up this Saturday, right? Hellbent in Hudson. We're going to talk about that here in a little while, but I sent you the notes, so this isn't a surprise. I'm going all the way back, man. Tell us the story. How did you become a wrestling fan or get involved in wrestling?
So I mean, I'm 28 years old. I'm still very, very, very young in the wrestling space.
Oh man,
you're very young on this podcast right now.
I was gonna say you're right there with us, man. 28. You know, we're ish.
I could have guessed lower than that. Honestly,
hey, see, he knows, he gets it. This guy gets it.
But I mean, I started thinking about this when I was 15 years old. I mean, I was in high school, and my friend and I, my best friend of over 20 years, and we were just playing our wrestling video games, and we're making all these characters and arenas and stuff like that. And I looked at him one day. We weren't the most studious kids, so at some point we were in summer school, and we were sitting in summer school together. And our teacher didn't really care too much about what we were doing, so we're sitting on our Chromebooks, and I look and I see a wrestling school. Not any wrestling schools that are in the area, but the Team 3D Academy. So of course, Bubba Ray and Devon, their school that they had at the time. I don't think it's still a school anymore. But at the time, that was the only wrestling school that I knew of that was in the area. Obviously, I knew about going to OVW and stuff like that, but I didn't know really smaller wrestling schools. So I said, okay, someday we're going to move to Florida and we're going to become wrestlers. It's going to happen. This is the goal right here. Well, then a few years go by and I realize that's not necessarily realistic. But then I find out that there is a wrestling school in Oshkosh, Wisconsin, run by one Hornswoggle.
Yes, sir.
Or in ACW, Wisconsin. So I spent a few months there. And then COVID happened. I ended up leaving the school just because the world had shut down and I didn't know what was next. And then after everything started to kind of open up, one thing led to another. I started working with a company known as Now That's Wrestling. They were really cool and had me just work on some shows. I worked on commentary for the very first time, working for them. So I got to kind of figure out who this Red character was. And then I went back to kind of the thoughts that I had when I was 15 of okay, I want to be involved with wrestling. And the end goal was always to have a promotion, do the things we were doing on 2K, but do it in real life.
Right.
And so in 2022, we decided to just kind of jump headfirst into this and start our own thing. We did a show. It was called Thunderstruck. It was at our high school, and that was really cool to get to do something in the place where we had daydreamed and kind of thought about it all.
Right.
It's kind of a full circle moment, which was really cool. And it was one of two shows that I've done in my hometown, but everything since has been in the Wausau area, which is where I live now.
Okay.
So give me an idea. Where is that? I'm no good at Wisconsin geography. I just know the lakes because when I go out there, that's where I end up.
Wausau is it's north. It's in the Northwoods. It's I don't know. It's not so far north to where it's Canada yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Gotcha, man.
But it's one of the bigger, I would say the bigger areas up up in the northern area of Wisconsin.
Okay, all right, yeah.
It's not quite up there with the UP, Bob.
No.
Not quite.
That was a wild trip, man. That
was a trip.
That was a wild trip, man. You mentioned commentary. Did you do commentary for long, or did you just get a taste of it?
I just did just one show. I did
just
on
one
commentary, so it wasn't too much, and it was by myself. So I tried to Joey Styles it.
It
was not a good attempt.
That's a hell of a
I was gonna say that is a tough call, bro.
Yeah, commentary by yourself the first time.
Ooh.
You don't know at all what you're doing. So I mean, it was rough. And actually, now that I think about it, I have done commentary, I think, on at least one more show, and that was a 3-man booth. So that was way better. I was much more pleased with my work there than I was the first time around.
Right. Very, very cool. You mentioned the Red character too. Tell me more about the Red character.
So, Red is just Taylor, just turned up to like what everybody says. It's just turned up to 11. When I first started, I didn't really know what I wanted like Red to be. I'm just this guy that really likes heavy metal music, and but also secretly really loves like Disney movies. So I'm kind of all over the place when it comes to my personality. So I wanted to reflect that in my character. And I mean, if you look at me as a manager or even in some battle royals that I've done, I mean, my first battle royal I did, I was wearing khaki joggers, a tie-dye t-shirt, and some wrestling shoes. I mean, and a beanie. I didn't know what I was. I didn't know who this character was. And eventually, I mean, I just kind of wanted to be a loudmouth and kind of just be the center of attention. Like, I wanted you to know, like, at the end of the day, I wanted you to know who Red was. If there was one thing you knew, it was like, oh, I don't like that guy. I don't know why, but I know I just don't like him. And it worked until I became a promoter. And then I suddenly had to become a babyface all of a sudden. It's weird.
How often do you work, or do you still work?
I don't really. I've never considered myself to be a wrestler.
Right.
And I'll be the first and last person to say that. The opportunities that I've gotten to work in the ring were very far and few between. But I've tried to make the most of every situation that I've been a part of. And I'm very grateful for the people that have let me be involved with matches. There's a point where you can, obviously I'm the promoter and I'm the guy that's paying you, but you can tell me no. You can tell me you don't want me to be in the ring with you. That's okay. I will perfectly take that criticism and say no. And thankfully I haven't done enough to where I put myself in that position. But I know at the end of the day, this is a business. This isn't playtime. So I'm not going to sit here and try to tell people that I'm going to play wrestler, because that's not who I am. There are guys that are way better at this than I am, who will be way leaps and bounds way better than I will ever be. So I'm going to just leave that to them. At this point, the boots are theoretically hung up.
So was it then? So when you go to Swoggle school, are you thinking this is for whenever I kind of feel like doing it, or at that point were you thinking you were going to be a full-time wrestler and it changed?
At that point, it was, let's learn how to do this and then go from there.
Right.
Because it was something I had thought about for a really long time. And I thought if I don't at least try, then I can't ever say that I did. So I have to at least say that I tried to do this and then go from there to see what happens afterwards. I didn't really have necessarily a set plan. My whole thing, when I first started, was I want to be a jobber. I want to be I wanted to be Mikey Whipwreck. I wanted to be the guy that was a punching bag. I wanted to be a punching bag and let the guys just throw me around and, make them look good while I can be here and know more, that's my role. And then I was told not everybody can be that guy. So That's okay.
Hey, no, absolutely, man. No, I love that approach. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, if you're gonna end up running a business, you should know how to do everything, right? I mean, if that's
Absolutely.
Exactly.
100%,
Absolutely.
100%, man. So you were talking about the first show in your hometown. Did you say at your high school?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. How was that day? Your first show. How was that? How was the mindset that day? Did you go insane, or was it better than you expected?
It was stressful.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing that I've had this whole time is I've had my family around me, which has been really great. My dad is a referee for us.
Oh, cool.
Cool.
Was never a referee before
Mm-hmm.
working with us. We basically had to teach him how to do it, which that's a whole story in itself that I'm sure I'll get to.
Yes,
but just having my family around me was really helpful. And also like I said, having my best friend there of 20 years, like we've, known each other forever. We know how to work well with each other. So we know like when the other person is stressed, and just needs a break and stuff like that. But overall, I mean, the experience was so, it was humbling.
Mm-hmm.
But it was also like one of the best experiences I think I've ever had. It really taught me to just trust myself and just trust that I, at the end of the day, know what I want for my brand and for the vision that I've had for so long.
Right.
And I mean, it wasn't like I went into this thinking, okay, we're going to have like a full house. The whole gym is going to be packed. So like it didn't go that way. And it sucked at first when I thought about it. But then the more I that prepared me for the shows where, we don't necessarily have anybody there because there's a snowstorm and only 20 people showed up. And that also prepared me for, when we have 200 people at the shows.
Nice.
So I got a good taste of just how like this works right away. And so that was very helpful. And also just the guys that I worked with right away were also like very helpful in the process. They knew that I was doing this for the first time and I was really taking a chance. So like the workers and wrestlers that I had were all very helpful. And on that day, like nobody wanted to go into business for themselves. Everybody wanted that show to work out because they wanted to see what the future looked like. Right. And that was great.
Very nice. That's
very cool, man. I wanted to go back to. I'm not bringing up Dad yet. We're gonna go back to Dad in a minute, though. But that first show, you're running that first show. Did just having recently been at Swoggle's school, if nothing else, give you talent to pull in?
Yeah, a little bit. A lot of the guys that I had met were through ACW as well as like working with Now, because that was right around the time that I was working with Now. So I was using a lot of the guys that I had seen. Just by working and like sharing that locker room with.
Right.
But also, I mean, I had pulled out some other guys that I had never I had either never worked with before or I had just seen on the indies like in our area that I thought were really great. And I thought, what can we do with them here? So yeah, it was kind of just a mix of like seeing what was out there as well as people that I already knew. And I built that base off of people that I had already worked with and been in the locker room with, but sometimes you can't just work with your friends. So,
right.
And I know that firsthand.
Right. No, absolutely. I didn't know, did you have any like wrestling friends before all this, before that you got into the schools and started going forward?
No, I didn't have any ins. I didn't know anybody really, before this. I mean, this was, like, I was a fan first. I went to my first indie show pretty much, like, I think probably 5 months after I graduated high school. And I just kind of knew what I saw on the indies, in our local indies, but I didn't know anybody. I wasn't outgoing enough to make friends with those people yet.
Right.
Just because those are wrestlers. Those are superheroes. We're common people. We're the civilians.
Right.
I can't talk to them. They're not real people.
Believe me. Listen, I've had a blog and a website for 5 years. Yeah. I just started talking. We just started this podcast a year ago. That was pretty much when I got up the nerve. So I 100% get it. But yeah, no. Okay, so let's go back. Let's talk about Dad. Tell me about. Give me the story of Dad as a referee.
Yeah. So I remember a road trip that my dad and I took. I'm pretty sure this was right before the first time I went to college, and I remember just asking my dad, like, "Hey, like, did you ever like think about being a wrestler as a kid?" Because that's how my dad and I bonded growing up. We bonded. My parents weren't together, and so I would see my dad like every other weekend, and so we would bond by watching Friday Night SmackDown when it was on Sci-Fi.
Mm-hmm.
And so, we were driving, and I asked him. I said, "Did you ever want to become a wrestler?" And he looked at me and he said, "No, but I have always thought about being a referee. I thought that would be really cool." And so, a few years later, my dad's always been involved with like sports and being an umpire and stuff like that. So in my brain, I was like, that can't be much different than refereeing, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's the same basic concept. And so we're doing this show, and I thought about it because I didn't know if this was going to be a one-off or anything like that. So I said, let's give my dad that moment. Let's have him achieve his dream.
That's awesome. I love that so much. I feel like
I want you to be involved with this. Are we all good? I saw.
I froze out. My internet went out.
No, you're good. I saw it froze, and I was like, "Uh-oh, I don't know if we're still here."
We've been fighting it. Yeah.
Oh, you too?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead,
sorry.
Taylor.
Yeah, sorry, Taylor.
No, you're good. But yeah, anyways, I asked him if he wanted to be a referee. He didn't think I was serious, and I told him I was. And it just kind of spiraled out of control from there. Because he's been the only other person besides me that's been on every single NRW show. Almost all of them as a referee. Only one time was he not on a show as a referee, and he was still working as like a backstage producer.
That's awesome.
So, yeah, he's the only other person besides me. I've been on every show, and that includes Saturday. So,
right, absolutely,
wow. Awesome.
Yeah, man. So, obviously we're not gonna go through show. So we talk about the first one. We're coming up. I'm gonna jump forward to the collab with Rich here in a minute, but sure. In that time, what have you learned? What's the vision for NRW?
So I mean, when I first started this, I was taking elements from like TNA, ECW, like every promotion that was looked at, like the underdog promotion. That's what I was trying to do. Now, I think our identity is we're a little bit more. We're not necessarily like a violent or like a hardcore like company per se, but we're a company that has just a little bit of everything for everybody. And I think the vision going forward is just to keep that going, keep that mindset of like, this should be wrestling for everybody. Anybody should be able to walk into an NRW show and watch 5 minutes of it and say, okay, this is where I want to be.
Right.
So like, I also am of the believer of like supporting local artists and supporting local like music and stuff like that.
Right.
Which is why
the playlist.
So with that, it was like bringing in local musicians who just want their music to be heard. In a very easy avenue to have that happen is just to play them at our shows. Eventually going forward, I want that to turn into having bands be at our shows, having live music, and also having that be a part of our identity, like having live entertainment and having that like more metal feel is kind of what we're going towards and trying to go more into, more of a product that is more serious, and not as I don't know what the right word I want to use is, but like not as carny, I guess.
Gotcha.
Is like I like silly wrestling, but I also really like just high, fast action. You know, things that make you feel something is kind of what we're going for.
Right.
Which I'm not saying that silly, like over the top wrestling can't do that either, but just more of like a wrestling that I can bring my dad to, like if he wasn't a part of this, but also wrestling that I can bring like my 12-year-old brother to.
Right.
That's fun for everybody, but still doesn't make me as a, like if I was a parent, wouldn't want to make me be like, roll my eyes the whole time.
Right. No, I totally get it, man. Yeah. So John knows this part of the interview is the part where everybody tunes out, because I start to, a lot of times we don't want the dirt on this podcast, Taylor. We want the P&Ls. So I start delving into numbers, but this is a perfect place to do it, because you were talking about, this edge with the music and sort of your brand. And have you noticed that the playlists and the local bands and everything like that, is that giving you sort of a return? Are you seeing people engaging with your product from that?
Yeah, absolutely. The musicians are like huge part of, I think,
awesome,
what has like put eyes on us a little bit more, which is great, just because there's so many different bands that we're using. I think I have like 12 songs on there on that playlist. Right. So I mean, that's 12 different bands that are all sharing our stuff with a different market than what we are already in, because most of those bands are in the Minnesota area. So I mean, that's a different market than what we're really normally hitting. So I think it's helping us. It seems like it's doing a lot, and all the bands are really excited too. Some of them are actually coming out on Saturday, like,
oh wow,
just to come out and watch the show. I mean, obviously they're putting their names on something, so I'm sure most of them are like, what is this thing about that we're putting our names on, in a sense,
right?
But also it's just cool to like it's artists supporting artists, which I love. So yeah,
I like the idea of the cross promotion, man, to bring in some different eyeballs. I like it.
Yeah,
absolutely, man. As far as like you mentioned Swaggle School being close enough for you to go to, have you ever thought about, has that ever been a part of that vision? Have you ever thought of having a school, bringing trainers in, anything like that, to add to maybe a talent pipeline or anything like that, or is that not on your radar?
The amount of times I've thought about that is very high.
Okay.
I don't think I'm in a position at this point to do that. But at some point when the time comes, depending on how far and how big I can get this, I wouldn't turn down the idea. To tell you the truth, the main goal right now, well, there's two big goals that I have. One is to get my own ring and have my own setup. That way I don't have to worry about going through anybody else. So we have our own equipment. I can set up a show anywhere I want to, basically. Right. Which would be, help us in frequency and things like that. But also I want to open my own venue at some point. I want to.
Okay.
That's been my goal now. Ever since like starting the wrestling thing, I was like, okay, I know I can do this. Now the goal is I want my own venue, not just for wrestling, but for other things like music and whatever else.
Oh, hell yeah.
That's always been kind of in the back of my mind, a thing that I've always wanted to do. But to answer the original question, a school is not out of the question at some point.
Okay.
But that's so far down the line in my brain. It's like one of the last things I'm probably thinking about when it comes to this.
Right, right. He's 28. He's got all the time in the world, John.
I know.
Yeah. I gotta wait till I'm at least like 35.
Doing a good job. I love it.
I love
it. No, but he's right. Look, the more time, that's one thing that I've been learning from doing my stuff. Like, my stuff is, nobody knows about my stuff either, really, but I tell you this, with the stuff I have done, I've taken my time, I've done it the way I wanted to do it on my own timeline, and it's the only thing that I've really been successful doing in my whole life. So
Agreed.
So I get that strategy for sure. What about? All right, so your market is sort of that Wausau area.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. And do you have thoughts of? Like I said, I noticed a YouTube product that was up for a little while. I don't know if you guys are still doing that somewhere else. Is there a distribution or a weekly TV or anything like that you guys have in the works, or is that not really something you're worried about?
Not at the moment. No, we don't do enough shows to frequently keep up that like consistent product. I would love to. The other thing that I've always thought would be great, and this is like such a big goal that if I could achieve this, I don't know like what the landscape of wrestling around here would even look like at that point if I could achieve this. But I would love to do a weekly product, or at least some sort of tapings to have a weekly product. I think that would be such a cool thing that doesn't get done on an indie level. But that's also because I'm a really big fan of the show Heels.
Oh, yeah.
Watching that show has sparked my interest in that field of wanting to do something weekly. But that's a goal that I have like way down the line, along with the school. It's all in that same mindset.
Gotcha.
But doing that would probably require me to do shows a lot more frequently than I'm doing, at least like a monthly venture. And that's just not at this point. It's not in the cards. But at some point, that's the goal is to get back to doing shows more frequently.
Hey, John, I'm going to let you go ahead and tell him if he starts a weekly product, what is the one thing every time we watch a weekly TV product that is the most important thing that he needs to pay attention to?
Oh, man, it's got to be the sound.
Yeah.
The sound.
Yep. Those old Ring of Honor DVDs, man, it's like, I can't. It disengages me.
Yeah, we've seen some newer promotions that really, and man, I got to think too that it's much easier with technology now, starting out to be able to get better quality. We, like you said, Bob and I are a good bit older. We got kids your age, at least I do. Bob's close; he won't admit it. But you do. We were back in the tape trading days, and some of the smaller promotions you would see, it really takes you out of it if you're not able to get across what's happening, how you introduce the product, and if I can't hear or somebody can't hear to jump right in. It's just one of those things that's a little nitpicky thing that really goes a long way to getting you across or getting anybody across to the consumers.
Yeah, I think that's part of the other reason why we're not currently doing something weekly or anything like that is because quite frankly, our production is not up to where I would want it to be.
Right.
We don't currently have full-time commentators. I don't have an editor or anything like that can frequently work on that kind of stuff for me.
Right.
I do everything in-house. So, doing that on a weekly basis, it's not like I couldn't. It's not like I can't do that. Obviously, you look at one, Paulie Heyman, and you can, it can be done.
Yep.
But it's just not something at this moment where I would feel comfortable doing it and feel comfortable and proud of the product that I'm putting out. Because at the end of the day, if I'm the one that's putting the investment into the product, I have to make sure that I am proud of the investment that I'm putting into it.
And that's awesome. Not everybody. We've met people throughout our lives, and not just in the wrestling, just in general, that really don't have that mentality. So the fact that at 28 you've got that mentality going into it, man, it says a lot for you, brother.
Yeah, the history of NRW is weird. So I've been through, in the last year, there's been 2 different owners that besides me. And when it came back to me, that was the biggest thing that I was like, okay, now this product got put back in my hands. This is my money and investment and time that's all going towards this. I need to make sure that the investment that I put in this is something that I can be proud of.
Yeah. Yes,
and not just me, but the people around me. My wife is just as involved in this in terms of like the financial like situation as I am. So I have to make sure that I can't look at her and be like, hey babe, we can't pay our rent this month because I spent it all on wrestling, you know, like that's something that I can't do. So I have to make sure, like at the end of the day, to make sure like everybody is proud of the investment that is made, as well as like it's worth it. So yeah, I mean,
yeah, no, absolutely, man. I think that's great. Like I said, the wrestling is full of people who don't have even that quality mindset. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like a lot of rushed product and things like that. And it's just like I said, we love it all, but some of it is better than others. You know, if you don't take the time, it shows.
Absolutely.
And that's our old man yelling at clouds segment there for you. I hope you enjoyed that.
Hey, sometimes you gotta be that guy. You know, that's just. There's a lot of old men yelling at the clouds, you know, on social media, but sometimes, every once in a while, there's one that you actually identify with.
There you go. I appreciate that. I appreciate you giving me that little bit of...
We'll take it. We'll take it, Taylor.
Absolutely, man. I want to move forward and talk about this collaboration with Rich Buchholtz that just happened in June. How did that come about?
So I have wanted to run in the Wapaka area for a little while. It's something that I had previously looked into at a different venue. And I knew that, you know, RPW ran, you know, in the Wapaka Expo Center. And so I thought about it and I was like, I don't necessarily want to try to do a show around the same time as his show. Because, I mean, I already knew that they had a show scheduled, or at least were planning on doing shows in that area. And I was trying to schedule something for like April. So I was like, this is way too close. I don't want to try to compete with that. And so I just flat out asked Rich. I said, hey, would you want to work on something together? Like, I'm sure this isn't probably something you do very often, but is it something that you would like to do possibly? And it seemed like he was really receptive of the idea, which was great. And it made me feel awesome that he was very receptive, and it seems like we got a pretty good show out of it.
Sounds like it.
I liked it.
Yeah, so. That's great. And so you were having so you said it was a pretty good show, but all that stuff leading up, working with Rich, getting everything together sort of as a team, and then keeping your own stuff separate. Did that cause any heartburn, or did that go smoothly?
I would think it went pretty smooth for the most part. I think there was times that we, there were certain things that, like, just vision-wise, I think there might have been one or two things that we, like, didn't necessarily, like, align with. But we were both pretty easygoing, I think, when it came to each other. I have never been truthfully, I've never been to an RPW show, and I'm almost certain that Rich has never been to an NRW show.
Right.
So this was something very new for me. I was very worried that those fans would not care about our guys and our product, and like just the things that we have going on. But it seemed like everybody was very receptive of the fact that, yes, some of these guys do cross over in terms of rosters, but I mean, you could tell that there was a difference between what we were doing and what they were doing. I think it definitely it helped in that sense. And that was the only thing I was worried about, was that not necessarily anything with him, but just his audience in general wasn't very receptive of ours.
Right.
But it seemed like they were.
Cool.
That's really cool, man. You guys had the big Team RPW versus Team NRW main event, and Team RPW went over. That was very gracious of you. And
yes, I might have suggested that we do that to as a way to say, hey, thanks for being the venue. Which, you know, I'm very, like, when it comes to working with other people, like, at the end of the day, this is wrestling. I don't necessarily care how, like, little things like that go.
Right.
In the grand scheme of things, it doesn't necessarily matter who goes over. So it was just more of like a, hey, I want to acknowledge the fact that you let us, like, into your space. You let us into this place that you are starting to run more frequently. You didn't have to do that. And so as a thank you, just to, like, say, hey, like, let's acknowledge the fact that you guys did this. So, I I think it helped. At the end of the night too, it was a great reaction for them winning. So I liked it a lot. I was a little worried about that too because I didn't know how that was going to go.
Very good.
We were the heels, surprisingly, which was weird. I didn't. I'm not used to being the heel for NRW. I'm not used to us being like the bad guys. I'm so used to us being the underdogs.
Right.
Like, you're booing the underdogs? Like you're booing the guys that are coming up from the ground from nothing? Like what? How could you do that?
I love it. Well, I have to take a quick left turn because one of the members of your team was Johnny CK, who I have seen in RPW before years ago. Who I had to get some clearance on what that little stuffed animal was that he carried to the ring. Some children.
Oh, yes.
When I say children, people who know about Pokemon were able to explain to me that part of it. But I asked Rich, and Rich wasn't sure about this. I thought I had seen somewhere that he was working as Jonathan CK. Is there a heel version of Johnny CK somewhere around?
There is in some circles. There is, from what I've heard, the lore. There is a dark Jonathan out there.
All right now.
Now, as far I've never seen him personally. He's never traveled to NRW in a sense, but who knows? I mean, that means that's somewhere in there.
Yes.
But in terms of, I don't think he has a Pokemon though that goes along with Jonathan CK. I think he needs to look into that.
Yeah, right. Is there a darker evil Pokemon? Like, how does that work?
I don't think so. I'm not a big Pokemon guy myself. That's something you'd have to get him on. You'd have to ask him about. I'm sure he'll tell you all about the Pokemon and the evolutions and the whatever else.
No thanks. I already have kids.
He'll tell you how many packs he has. He'll probably try to sell you a couple.
Hey, there you go.
It'll be fun.
I love it, man. I love it. Well, all right, let's talk about this show. It's coming up Saturday. Hellbent in Hudson. At what's that venue? It
is the Hive Training Center.
Hive Training Center, on O'Neill Road in Hudson. Doors open at 1:15. Event begins at 2. I'm just reading your post. Advance tickets are $15. Are they still up?
They are still up. Yes, we still have some tickets out there. I think it seems like more people are waiting to get to the door to buy these tickets. Guys, if you're listening to this, just buy them ahead of time, please. It'll save you money. It'll tell me how many people are going to be there. Like, I need to know if we're doing only standing room or if we're having chairs. Like, it's a big thing, guys.
Right. I love it. Listen to the man. Get out and check out this show.
Exactly.
$15. Are you kidding me, man? You can't have a better time for $15. I guarantee you. I've been to Hudson, Wisconsin. No, I haven't. But I can tell you there's no better time for $15.
It is probably going to be one of the cheapest forms of entertainment that entire weekend.
I believe it.
I don't think – I mean – I know WWE has tried to get close to that, but $25 still isn't cutting it. So
you're right about that.
Absolutely right. All right, so if we got any of those listeners back that I put to sleep a little while ago with the numbers, I'm going to sneak this in on them. But since we're talking about tickets, did you shop a lot of places to sell your tickets? I used to sell tickets on the secondary market. I got this ticket thing. But did you shop a lot of places, or was Ticket Source just sort of easy in front of you, or how did you choose Ticket Source?
So I've used Ticket Source before when we used to do pre-sales for shows. I haven't done pre-sales for shows in so long just because I've realized in the market that we have, like, most people will just come to the door and they're going to buy tickets. They don't necessarily care to put their credit card information out there nowadays.
Yeah.
So most people will just bring us cash, and that's fine. But for this show, I thought because of the fact that it is a little bit of a bigger occasion, bigger weekend, I'm hoping that, we can have a little bit more of a pre-sale. So that I thought, okay, let's just use Ticket Source because I've used it before and it seemed to work pretty well. But I am open to any and all better avenues.
Right. Very cool.
It's easy to work with. So but it's just, I don't know. I'm sure there's a better option out there that might be a little bit easier. But hey, I mean, I'm a 3-time college dropout and I figured it out. So hey,
there you go. I love it, man. I love it. Well, let's talk about some of these matches and let's put over your talent here.
Absolutely.
I'm just looking at your graphic here that's been up for a couple of days here with the 6 matches on it.
Sure.
Tell me about Red Cameron and Clayton Vandal.
So that is the Hive Showcase Classic match. Those are 2 kids that are coming straight out of the Hive. So that is their home camp that they're going to be at. These guys they've started to pop up a little bit more in the Midwest. But I know just very recently, Red Cameron actually just graduated from the Hive a couple weeks ago. I think Clayton graduated before that at some point. But yeah, these are just 2 guys that are both making their debuts in NRW. They both have something to prove with this match. They really want to, both of these guys have been texting me for a while, been trying to be a part of this. So I decided, hey, let's give you both a shot. And I'm really excited to see what they cook up because I think this is going to be a lot of fun, especially with the fact that these guys are training partners already and they're, around each other all the time.
Right. Oh, yeah. That's
a familiarity match, Bob. We like those.
Like those the Young Lions matches when I watch the G1 are my favorite. You know what I mean? Those kids are hungry. That's exactly what this feels like.
Absolutely. And there could be a possibility that one of those guys, depending on how the match goes, could get a possible full-time roster spot.
Stakes are high now.
So I haven't told them any of this yet, but who knows? Maybe they'll hear this. And
surprise, guys!
Dropping nuggets. I like it.
So
get your asses in gear.
Taylor's giving out sneak peeks, man.
Yeah. I am nothing but a promoter. All right, there's, I gotta sell the product.
That's right. Absolutely, man.
I love it.
So sell me on this Tornado tag match, Firestorm and GM99.
Oh man, there's a little bit of history going into that one. So back in February, we had a full cage match show that Isaiah Snow and Elijah Dixon faced off for the Ironheart Pro Hybrid Championship. Now, before that, there was a lot of trash talking online between Mr. Aries Creed and mostly between Mr. Aries Creed and Elijah Dixon, but then Icarus got involved and Isaiah also was involved. So there was a lot of trash talking at that point. There was a lot of, things that were said. And at the end of that match, Elijah and Isaiah shook hands and it seemed like all was well, but I think there was a little bit left on the table there. And there's been a little bit more trash talking since then. So I decided, you know what? Let's just get it all in one ring. Let's get this figured out.
Very cool.
And so I'm very excited about that. GM99 is a tag team that was organically created in NRW.
Awesome.
2 guys that when we came back after a year-long hiatus, I kind of just threw together and I said, okay, make this work. You guys have similar styles. You guys can, do what you want to do with this and hopefully it works. And they have done nothing but great work. Those 2 guys have. So, and I'm very excited to see what the future looks like with them. And then Firestorm are a couple more Hive students.
Oh, really?
So, yeah. So they'll be representing the Hive as well, which is really cool. But those 2 guys have been they've been blowing up all over the Minnesota scene lately. So I decided to give them a shot as a tag team, and I'm really excited to see what that comes about.
Very cool. Yeah, I definitely know Elijah Dixon's name. I've seen him around in the stuff that I do.
Yeah, he's been coming around Wisconsin a little bit more recently too, since I had him in February. So he was most recently, I think he was a part of a blood sport type show that we had in Milwaukee.
All right.
So he's a shooter. So those guys both are fighters.
I love it.
So I'm excited to see what gets thrown around here on Saturday.
Hell yeah, man! Shoot, and speaking of tough dudes, we just saw both these guys out in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. I've seen one of them several times, but they're about to go one-on-one. They're about to go to war. Joey Avalon and Brock Hall, man. That's going to be awesome.
What more is to be said about Joey Avalon versus Brock Hall?
Nope, got me.
Nothing.
That's a classic Wisconsin Midwest match in itself. There's really not much to be said about that match. Those guys are just legends.
Yeah.
In this area. I've been watching Joey since I started watching independent wrestling in Green Bay, and then same with Brock. I mean, I've been following him too. Brock has been a part of some of our shows here in the last year, which has been awesome to have him. Joey, I haven't worked with him in probably 2 years, so wow. I mean, this will be great to see him in an NRW ring again. I'm really excited, and I mean, those guys just put on a barn burner every single time.
No doubt.
So. Every time we've seen them, it is show stealer match after show stealer match. It's ridiculous.
I mean, like I said, this is, if there's one match on the card that is going to be a certified banger, it's that one. They've proved it before. These guys know each other so well. They've known each other for a long time, and they have great chemistry. So of course, this is going to be one of the best, if not probably match of the night, I'm sure.
And this is going to be my easiest transition of the night, John, because that if you get Joey Avalon, John, who else you get? Who else do you like? Who else is likely to be with him? Sierra. We got Sierra in the house taking on Lauren Lockett, who I've been seeing a lot lately.
I was going to say, the name is definitely starting to pop up.
Yeah.
Lauren has been doing some work for us here recently. She's been teaming with Johnny CK as part of the Best Friends Club.
Cool.
But I figured, you know what? We got to give them a good women's match for this event. We got to showcase some of the best women that we have here. So, I mean, Sierra, obviously, a name that speaks for herself. She's done things all over, the country. The fact that, man, I've said this for a long time, the fact that she is not on a television somewhere,
it's crazy,
is insane.
And we've had the conversation. Yes,
I think it's just a matter of time before we see her at some point.
Yep.
On our television somewhere. But I mean, the same thing could be said about Lauren at some point. I mean, Lauren's up and coming, and she's been doing nothing but great work since she started. That moonsault that she has is a killer.
Yeah.
I mean, talk about one of the fastest rising stars that is organically just started to create this huge following. I've been, loved having her. She's been such a great talent to have in our locker room. And so I'm really excited to give her, I think this is her second match that she's had with Sierra. I could be wrong, but I think this is only the second time that they've faced off. So I'm excited to see where this goes.
Yeah. No, that's
agreed. And you are absolutely right. And that moonsault is one of the most fluid moonsaults that you will ever see. It's one ridiculous.
If pun intended, it is one of the best BMEs
that
is out there right now. It's so like you said, it's just so fluid. But Lauren's in-ring work in general, I mean, and Lauren is tough as nails too. Just absolutely, just one of the toughest people that is in the locker room. I've seen her just spill out onto the hardwood floor. I've seen her throw her body just at other bodies. She's a fighter, and like I said, she is up and coming, and more people are starting to learn her name, and I think that's going to keep continuing. That's going to be a trend that keeps happening.
Yeah, absolutely, John. I was going to say, we have Taylor. We have a year-end award that we give out called the Matrix Award. It's a ripple in the matrix, and it's basically, which performer did we not even really know about a year ago, and who now is so everywhere that it's causing a ripple in the matrix of all the spreadsheets and shit that I have. And Lauren Lockett is certainly a contender for this year, man. Because last year I didn't know much about Lauren Lockett, and this year she is just showing up everywhere. More and more.
And I think the thing is going to be if you don't know her name this year, you'll definitely know it next year.
No question in my mind.
I mean, absolutely.
Yeah. Last year's winner was her name's Veronica Haven now. What was she? Fallen Gray.
Fallen Gray.
Was just almost nobody 2 years ago. Then she was just popped up last year, and now she's in Evolve. That's kind of how I feel about Lauren Lockett. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah. I was gonna say I know the name. Yeah. I knew the first name that you used, or the second name you said, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
Revolve. That makes sense. Okay.
Yeah. I got two more matches on here. The title match, the 5-way for the 99 overall championship. Hot Rod Daddy Andy defending against Garrison Creed, who's one of John's favorites. Johnny CK, Shay Diesel, and One Night Stand.
Yep, absolutely.
What's anything going on in that match? What's the story there?
So the EverCon 99 overall title is it's kind of our mix of it's like an X Division mixed with like an Intercontinental mixed with a Money in the Bank, because there's some rules with this title. So you can cash in this championship for a shot at the World Class Championship. So it's a very it's one of those titles that in the right hands can do a lot of good. So Hot Rod Daddy Andy has been holding it since EverCon, which EverCon is like one of our most one of our favorite events that we do every single year. They've been bringing us around now for the last 4 years, I want to say. So I mean, that's our big mid card title that is with them, and it's great, and I love having them be a part of that. But I mean, just there's no really big story or anything going into this. Andy wanted any and all competitors, and he's getting 4 competitors.
He sure is. Jeez.
So I mean, Andy, he's been taking some time away from NRW lately. He's been working with the National Wrestling Alliance.
Wow, shit! All right now.
I think the last time he just worked with them over the weekend at the 2300 Arena. He wasn't doing any. I don't think he was wrestling. I think he was just doing some behind the scenes production stuff. But he's been working with them in Atlanta and then also in Chicago too.
Awesome.
But he's been taking some time away, so he's felt really bad because he feels like he's been letting some of our fans down. I try to tell him, hey, it's the NWA, not letting anybody down. But he wants to make it up to our fans, so he said, give me any and everybody, and I'll face them all, and I'll do it all at the same time. So I said, all right, let's get the biggest, the baddest, and most flightiest, I guess, is what you could probably call Johnny CK.
I love it.
But yeah, there's just a big mix of styles in here. I would probably consider this to be like I said, our X Division match. So just a different range of styles in this match. With it being a 5-way, I mean, there's no countouts, there's no DQs. So anything could happen in this match.
Very cool.
This is how we're opening our show. So
it's the curtain jerker.
This is the opener. So
I love it.
We're gonna start this off pretty hot.
That's great, man. Got some WCW Monday Nitro energy there.
Yes,
man.
Absolutely.
Hit the ground running. I love it.
And the TNA connection. I love a belt with an option C, man. I am a big fan of that, being able to trade in that belt for something else. And
it's not something that gets done very often on the independent level.
Right.
Exactly.
That's kind of what I like. I like to be different, and I like to just do things that are innovative, that other people aren't doing. Because the big thing that they just talked about on Unreal is like the why, right? Like what's the why? So like what's the reason? Like why would anybody want to come to our show? Well, hoping with this title and the difference that it has kind of helps us a little bit, because could be just at any point, like we could have a new world class champion. We could have a new world class champion on Saturday on multiple levels. So, but yeah. In terms of the guys that are in this match, though, I mean, Garrison Creed has been somebody that I've wanted to work with for a long time. I've had him around a couple times this year. I've been watching him since he first started on the independent scene. So that's been really cool to work with him. One Night Stand is somebody that has been coming around for us for a long time. Johnny CK is the only guy that has held every single NRW title besides the EverCon title. So this is like his grand slam if he wins this. And then Shay Diesel is debuting for the first time. Cool. So he's
very cool.
So that's kind of our wild card in all of this, because I don't know if any of the competitors have worked him before, but for me it's a wild card because I've never seen him in person. So we're gonna see how this happens, and we're gonna see. I think it's gonna be a good match. Like I said, it's the opener. So
very cool, man. Very good. Well, I guess I'm going to transition from that into what's probably the closer. The 3 Stages of Hell match, Paul Verk and Quinn Whittick.
Yeah. Oof. Oof. 3 Stages of Hell. Yeah, that's man. So that's been something that I've been wanting to do for a while. Nobody really does, like I said, I try to be different, and nobody really does like 3 Stages of Hell or like any unique, like 2 out of 3 falls, like kind of matches like that. So this obviously is a special occasion. It's a big special show. It goes along well with the theme of the show being Hellbent and Hudson. Obviously, having a 3 Stages of Hell match is just perfect for this. But this is the second match that Quinn and Verk have had in NRW. The first time, Quinn won. And he won in a little bit of a, not a controversial fashion, so to say, but he won with a roll-up. So, he might have a little bit to prove here, but also he has a win over Verk. So, there's a lot of big history going into that. Overall, this match is just going to be insane in general. The first stage is going to be just a normal standard singles match. The second match is a doorway to hell match. So you got to put your opponent through a door. That's pending if I can get my door guy to get back to me. But if that doesn't happen, then it'll be something fun and crazy for that second stage if plans have to change. And then the third one is going to be a coffin match.
Yes.
So recently, I'm sure you guys have seen, recently RPW did a casket match.
Be careful.
Well, our coffin is a little bit less professional, I guess is the word I would say. This is more like a pine box match. Is
there you go. Okay.
The better way to put this.
Smart.
Yeah, I agree.
So, but yes, we have the coffin already ready to go. It's currently sitting in my garage, awaiting its arrival to Hudson. So I'm very excited about that. It's something that is very highly anticipated. I know on our end, on the competitors' ends, both of those guys have been waiting to get it on again since November when they last fought. Who knows? I don't necessarily seeing this being the thing that ends their feud. I think if they both make it past 3 Stages of Hell, I feel like they might still have more that they want to prove, but who knows? And this is for the world class title. So we could see Quinn Whittick walk away with a world class championship, and that in itself is a crazy thing to think about.
No, it absolutely is. And I hope if I'm spoiling anything, let me know. I'll cut this out. Is there any chance any of the other characters of Quinn Whittick show up?
So there maybe.
All right. I'll take maybe.
I have thought about a particular snowman showing up at some point.
Yes.
You might see glimpses of him, but I don't know if he'll make a full appearance as of yet.
Yeah.
But who knows? Who am I to tell a crazed snowman not to show up to a small town as Hudson?
That is absolutely right. Well, I tell you, that actually, I'm going to transition this. Well, anything else you want to say about Hellbent and Hudson, actually?
Not really. Everybody come out to it. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm put a lot of work into this show. This has been I think this is going to be the best card that we have this year. I know the other cards that we've had, and that's not to say the other cards that we haven't been great. I just think this one there's something special about it. I think the energy is going to be there. And I think this is going to be a really good kickoff for anybody that is, trying to do anything in the Twin Cities later that night.
Yeah.
There's, and I think selfishly, I think that this will possibly be a better bang for your buck.
Hey, man, no question it will be.
But you know, and that's if that's what I can bring to the table is cheap entertainment, then that's okay with me.
Hey, man, I call it good value entertainment. That's what we call it all the time, man. Because
absolutely,
you get a show for $15. That, I mean,
exactly.
I wouldn't be surprised if it rivaled the card on Saturday night. To be honest with you, so
I remember telling people that it sucked that I was charging them that much, and so many people have told me like, you can't get out of the house for anything less than 20 nowadays.
Nope.
And so, I mean, that's when they put it that way, like, yeah, that makes sense.
That's awesome. Well, just finishing up reading part of your Facebook post here. The event is all ages, but anybody under 18 must be accompanied by a parent or guardian because it is sort of comparable to a TV-14 or PG-13 rating, which Taylor alluded to earlier. And then also in the post, like you mentioned, the venue for this show, Hellbent and Hudson, is only 35 minutes from US Bank Stadium. Keep that in mind to anybody who might be crazy enough to try to do both.
Oh, one last thing, because
yeah.
I don't ever mention these guys, and I really should mention them more. We have a popcorn company that we work with. They're known as Cobb Poppers.
Uh-huh.
They provide custom, personalized popcorn for all of our wrestlers that they sell. So they have all of our wrestlers' faces on them every single time. Sometimes you'll see like a flavor like Dr. Ooze's Toxic Waste, which is a green jalapeno cheddar flavor. So just like fun things like that. So they will be there as well on Saturday. So we'll have popcorn. Those are always just $5 for a bag. It's a nice big bag of popcorn that you get. So yeah,
nice.
gotta plug those guys too, because I love working with them. They've worked with us for a long time, and they are one of the fun parts of the show is that we get to do that and we get to work with them. So
yeah, that's crazy.
Awesome,
that is
man.
Amazing.
I love hearing stuff like that, man. Well, I'm going to transition into this game, and now based on our last our conversation about the last match, what was 10 questions is now going to be 9. This game, Taylor, is what I have just basically as a placeholder for now called FKA, formerly known as. The question here is, I'm going to give you a name used by somebody who has performed for NRW, according to Cage Match. Somebody who has performed for NRW, but has also performed under other names, and I'm going to give you one of those other names and see if you can guess it, or guess who I'm talking about. The first one's a softball. This is your warm-up question. Who has performed as Evil Sierra?
That would be Sierra.
Right. Okay. So the warm-up question is easy. Now let's move on to J.B. Stewart.
I'm gonna feel really bad because I have to work with these people on Saturday.
That's right. I tripped Rich up good.
Oh no. Can you say that one more time? You said J.D. Stewart?
J.B. is what I have here.
J.B. Stewart?
Yes.
Is that?
Let me see.
I want to say Joey Avalon, but that's probably super wrong.
No, it is Dylan Cole.
Really? Okay.
Yes.
I'm going to give him crap about that later.
Let me see. This would be one battle royal in Fortville, Indiana, a 40-man blizzard brawl.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. All right, so I got another one for you. This one's performed for you a few times, but other times he's been known as Just Joe.
Just Joe. Oh, is that Joey Avalon?
It is not. That's Kid Lat.
Is that a trick question? Is that
Kid Lat is Just Joe.
Oh, Just Joe. Okay. Yep, that makes sense. That's my boy. I love Joe. That's funny.
I'm going to throw this question back in just because you're on a run here. Bad luck. Who has performed other places as Cocaine?
Oh, well, that's got to be Quinn Wittick.
It certainly
does. There you go.
All right. How about T.J. Rain?
T.J. Rain. Oh, no. You put me in a bad spot here.
I know. This is all. I'm pulling this shit from the bowels of the. Like this is all the way down. Like one-offs.
I didn't realize that this is just more than guys that I'm working with this weekend. So I really got to think about all the people that have worked in my.
Let me see here. Hold on. 1, 2. All right, I got one that's working for you this weekend coming up for sure, and one you've mentioned on this podcast today.
Okay, so that one more time. It was TJ. What was it?
TJ Reign, Reign. Also, I'll give you a hint. He's also been known as Prince T and Sweet T.
Great.
This is back to 2020 though, so I'll give you some.
Great. That's not helpful at all. Is it TW3?
It is not. It is Jax Johnson.
Oh, okay. He's a new one that I've started working with, so I don't know much about his lore, but that's good. I gotta talk to him more about that. That's fun.
All right. How about Kevin Gutierrez?
Kevin. See, because now I got to think about people's real names.
That's what I think this probably is. Last used in 2024 on an episode of AEW Rampage.
Oh, well, that's not helpful to me at all. Kevin Gutierrez. Is that Corn Boy?
It is. Corn Boy, correct.
Oh, man.
All
Taylor,
right.
you're doing way better than I did on this.
Yeah, oh yeah. This guy just appeared on MLW TV on my television, on my YouTube this past Saturday.
Is it Andrew Everett?
It is, and it was Chiva Kid. Chiva Kid. I shouldn't have given the clue first. Okay.
You just said MLW this past Saturday, and I immediately knew what it was. I love that man. That
my God.
One
Andrew
of my
Everett,
favorite
yes.
people in wrestling is Andrew Everett, and I will always endorse him because I love that guy.
Oh my God! Andrew the Giant is my favorite new thing right now. I am all about it.
I will send you guys a match of ours that we did. I don't know if you saw this on Cage Match, but we did a match. It was Andrew Everett versus Devin Drake. I don't know if you know who Devin Drake is. Devin Drake is also a guy that plays a big guy that's a little guy. It was very fun. They were basically both talking about how they were both 7 foot tall. It was a great match. So I'll send it to you guys.
Hell yeah, I want to see it.
Yeah, cool.
I think it's unlisted right now, so I'll have to go find it. But it's very fun. But yeah, Drew is one of my favorite people. Like I said, I knew right away as soon as you said MLW, I was like, that's my guy. I gotta shout him out.
Hell yeah!
And he might be coming back to NRW next year, so keep an eye out for that.
All right, I'm a big fan of Everett, man. Okay, Corey. I got 3 more. Corey Idol.
That one's got to be Joey Avalon.
That is Joey Avalon. Yes. All right, now these two are a little more famous. Conquistador Dos.
Conquistador Dos. Oh man. Oh no.
You and your dad had to have seen this on SmackDown.
What? Wait. So this would have been on like the actual guy that was on SmackDown?
Yes.
Oh no.
Let's see. Wait, I'm trying to figure out what show it was here. He worked for you. Pandemonium 2023.
Is this a big name?
Yes.
Is this Eugene?
It is Eugene.
Oh man, he pulled it. Dude.
All right, last
That's
one.
why I got confused because I went, wait, on SmackDown. Like, there's only 2 people that I would have had that would have been on SmackDown at some point, and I don't think the other guy would be a conquistador because I think he might be too short for that outfit.
You're probably right, and you're leading into question number 10. Big Deal.
Is that Hornswoggle?
It is Hornswoggle.
Yes, sir.
Hold on, I gotta pull that up and figure out what that was. I meant to ask. I think I asked Rich that same question because Swoggle's over there with them frequently too. This is Big Deal. He was Big Deal for Chikara in 2016.
That's wild. Okay.
Isn't that crazy?
I didn't know that Dylan has worked for Chikara. That's really cool, actually. I mean, that makes sense. I could see him working for Chikara.
100%. Yeah. I didn't know until I put this game together just 2 days ago. So
that's so cool, though. I thought that would have been like his, something that he did on the Indies, like at one point. But
it would have been cool if he did. Would have been cool if he had. Well, listen, Taylor. I appreciate you coming on. I've had a blast with you, man. We've been going for over an hour now. This is great.
Absolutely.
Again, Hellbent and Hudson is this Saturday. Doors at 1:15. Event begins at 2. Tickets at ticketsource.com/No Regrets Wrestling Official. Don't forget the official on there. Where can everybody find NRW on socials?
So if you go to No Regrets Wrestling Official on Facebook, that's also where you'll find us. If you just look up, I think it's also No Regrets Wrestling Official on YouTube as well. I've been starting to put up more of our most recent stuff on there. We have full matches on there. We have some shorts on there. Starting to put up promos and things like that. And hopefully after this weekend, we'll have a little like day of like vlog kind of deal for everything for the behind the scenes of Hellbent and Hudson. So that should be really cool. But I think other than that, Instagram is also, I want to say it's also No Regrets Wrestling Official. I think everything is just No Regrets Wrestling Official.
No, it looks like Instagram it doesn't have the official on it.
Oh, well, okay.
Sorry, I was just helping you out there.
It's not official.
All right, the other two are official. Instagram is not.
So, but yeah, find us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. You could look us up on there, but we don't use it very often. Trying to get better at doing that, but that's just another form of social media that I can't really keep up with.
Yep, I get it.
So maybe at some point we'll have TikTok too. Who knows?
I tried for a while. I couldn't keep up with that either, man. It's always something you got to let go, you know?
I need a social media guy. That's what it is. I need somebody to take care of that for me because there are people that I know that are way better doing that than I am, and so.
Absolutely. Well, listen, Taylor, it's been an absolute blast having you on. I hope you'll come back and tell us about some more shows in the future and tell us how this show went. Absolutely. At some point, we'll definitely have to chat. Just a little bit of a sneak peek here. We are returning to Wausau in October. Okay. For an event, so we'll have to probably chat about that when I got some more details on that, because that'll be a fun event just for anybody that is still listening. It's a 21+ event, so so it's gonna be a little nuts. So just keep an eye out for that. Awesome. Well, look forward to having you back on to talk about that. Absolutely, man. Thank you so much, Taylor. Yeah, thank you guys for having me. I really appreciate
Taylor.
it.
Thanks for your time, brother.
Thank you. All right, that was fun, man. I think the FKA game went over pretty well, right? Like it wasn't.
No, it was cool, man. Taylor seemed to like it.
I have to surprise people with it. I even sent him some notes because he wanted to kind of know, what's coming at me.
Right.
And I sent him notes, and I just put a little note, game. Like when they, what was it like? You saw the run sheet when Cody came back, and they just had like a big blank space next to it, basically.
Yes.
It was like, yeah, there will be a game here. That is all the information you get. Because it's easy to research, and I'm sure that all of our guests are as crazy as I am and would research every single thing before they came on the program, right? Maybe not.
Sure.
Yeah, I know. I get it. Well, I got a Friends of the Show heavy control center for you, John, this week.
Awesome.
We are getting to Focus Pro here on Sunday, which is always fun conversation.
I mean, we've been talking a lot about mid-majors, and damn if Focus Pro's not deciding they want to be there. Am I right?
Oh, my God, seriously. This Focus Pro card this weekend is ridiculous. It's going to be just out of this world.
Yep.
But, all right, good things come to those who wait. Let's start on Saturday, John, August 1st. Holy shit, it's August.
I know, dude. What happened?
Unbelievable to me, man. This shit is just flying too much. But our friends at 814 Wrestling having show in the mall again. Who's coming down the escalator? Galleria Johnstown, Pennsylvania. They're having Road to Glory. All tickets are $15. You can purchase them at 814wrestling.com. Bell time is 7 o'clock in the mall. What are we going to get? The brand new Grand PA champion, Javen Myra, in the house defending against former champion Surge. That is going to be a crazy main event. We've got Mike Bonner is going to take on D Savage in a 6-person tag. POV and Rico Hendricks are going to take on the Freak Show. Dean Mosley is going to make his 814 debut against R.D. Mosh. And Dean Mosley. No, let's hear from R.D. Mosh and his warning for Dapper Dean.
Dean, You see what happens? When you want to make your debut in 814, this is what happens. You want to be part of the road to glory. Well, your glory just came across my highway to hell. I'm telling you, I've seen you everywhere. I know what you're capable of, but you don't know what I'm going through. Saturday, August 1st, I'm telling you now. Don't you dare step in that ring, because I'm not going to be liable for what happens. Look what happened to Godric. You might not be lucky enough. You might need a body bag to walk out with. Hey, Joey P. X, I promised you something. You made a deal with the devil, and I make promises. That being said, you better keep up on your end. Hey, 814. Greetings from my 717.
Wow. Dude.
Whoa, dude.
That was intense, man.
Mosh ain't playing.
No, man.
Holy crap.
Dapper Dean, let me give you some advice that I've learned over my years on this earth. You don't fuck with the guy who's got lighter fluid in his hand and says, you don't know what I'm going through. That is a scary individual. That is a dangerous individual. Proceed at your own risk.
No kidding.
Good God, man. That was awesome. What else do I got on here? Oh, all right. So the Legacy Tournament, 2 members of 2 very prominent tag teams, the Swole Patrol and the Future, are gonna face off. In this Legacy Tournament match, Vic Braun of the Swole Patrol is going to take on Erwan Connors. And the Swole Patrol's Vic Braun had this to say.
You have never seen anything this beautiful in your life. You're going to see this again on August 1st. For all you Johnstown welfare queens, it'll be perfect. On the 1st of the month, you can cash in your check, and then you get to pay to see me. God, this life is awesome. So on August 1st, Planet Thickness, Thick Braun, will be victorious in the Legacy Tournament. And it doesn't matter if it's Aaron Connor, doesn't matter if it's Daniel Exotic, and it doesn't matter whether it's Pat Angel himself. Thick Braun's going to be looking good, kicking ass, and taking names. See you then.
Wow. I like that house.
Dude, I like that fit he had on. That was nice.
Yeah, right. He was looking good, man. He was looking good. Well, that's all the matches that I have, John, but there's another development here. Our buddy, we've had him on the show doing his promos before, Godric, the gentleman of exquisite caliber, Godric Sandwell. Mm-hmm. His presence has been requested at Road to Glory, and this video is all we know.
Okay.
Thank you, Jeffrey. See that the Lord's physician is well taken care of. He's a valued guest, and please treat him as such. Otherwise, I might get in trouble with my Lord? Jeffrey, did you mean to leave this like this? What's this doing sitting here? Okay. Oh, let's see what this is all about. Get out of there, you. Interesting. Ow. Dear Godric, by holy command, you are summoned to appear at what you call 814's Road to Glory at your Johnstown Galleria. My nephew seeks you. Regards, Gabriel. I think I may know who's looking for me. What's this? P.S. You are hereby summoned for a game of pinochle among us. Okay. All right, that was ill-advised. As would be a game of cards amongst the angels, but so be it. Well, I promise you this, 814 faithful. It's going to take more than 814's Belphegor, in spite of the fact that he's finally chosen a side, to stop me from being at the Johnstown Galleria August 1st. To whoever it is that seeks me, and I think I know who you might be, I'll see you there. Oh, Jeffrey! No, not with the neck brace.
That guy is
Dude,
great.
he is so good.
He is the best, man. Every time he is. John's laughing mid-promo.
Oh, that was so funny.
So good, man. He is just. He's one of those kids. He's got that it factor. You know what I mean? He's got that. He's got that Mike Quackenbush ability to just sort of talk and just like he didn't script it. You know what I mean? Or like he did script it, but he didn't. You know. I don't know whoever invited Godric, but that Pinochle sounds dangerous. Guys, that's 814 Wrestling, Road to Glory. This Saturday, bell time is 7 o'clock at the Galleria Johnstown. Now, this is one, we haven't talked about these guys in a little while, but We Love Wrestling out in Athelstan, Wisconsin. They're having Chaos at Kosier's 3 at the Rapids Resort out there. Kosier's Whitewater Rafting. Holy shit, man. Well, we just got broken up a little bit there because we got a storm event coming through, and John's not had great luck with storms, and holy shit, this is crazy, man. Everything all right over there?
Yeah, everything's good. Say some high winds and some nasty rains, but we got hit with a few tornadoes. Last weekend, the weekend before, and weekend before, and we're still digging out and cleaning out from that. New telephone poles and trees getting grinded and cut up, and yeah. But we're here. Let's roll.
Let's roll is right. So forgive me if we run through this fairly quickly. But, John, I think when we paused, I was saying that we have We Love Wrestling, who we covered last year. They're having Chaos at Kosier's 3 at the Rapids Resort. Kosier's Whitewater Rafting, which sounds fun as shit, in Athelstan, Wisconsin. It is a free event, which I know already perks John up.
Yes, and so does a few of these performers.
Yeah, you may have heard
one in particular.
This is touching John's John's bloodlust right now. Bell time is 3 p.m. Remember, it is free. First match: Bobby V versus Hoodfoot. John.
Hoodfoot, man, where have you been all my life? I love Hoodfoot, man. Absolutely love Hoodfoot.
Yeah, I know, man. Those are your guy, man. John has been into the deathmatch scene, and Hoodfoot has been one of John's favorites.
Yeah, Hoodfoot's one of my favorite guys in the deathmatch scene for sure.
No doubt, man. Well, we also got Darren Fly and Nate Cobain, Twist and Flip are going to be in the house taking on the highlight reel.
Another great match.
Oh yeah, man. I love Twist and Flip, man. Those guys are fantastic. Dante Leon is going to take on Prince Ahmed. We've got Maurice in the house who's going to take on Wyatt Boone. And Maurice recently shared his thoughts about this match. You can tell I'm stalling.
You see this? This is an insurance card. And this does not kick in till the Insane 8. And this is what's going to keep me from going bankrupt if I got to go to the hospital. So if you think Wyatt Boone on August 1st at the campgrounds in Kosier, however you pronounce the damn thing, We Love Wrestling is expecting me to fight you and go to the extreme. Well, brother, I'm going to go in there and wrestle you because I'm a pro wrestler, Wyatt Boone. Maurice is a pro wrestler. And I'm going to show those deathmatch-starred fans what a real wrestling match is by beating your ass. Because if you think I'm going to go crazy before this shit comes in, you're out of your damn mind. So August 1st, Wyatt Boone, kiss your ass goodbye.
Dude, John's salivating right now.
Wow.
He's got his insurance card out, John. He's ready to go to the ER.
I like it. He is he's prepared. I like it. I like a guy that thinks ahead.
Fuck yeah, I want to see that match. But Wyatt Boone, where's your insurance card, dude? You need to think of these things. See, it's the little things. The little things are very important. I got one more match for you, John. Aaron Ashura is going to take on Shaq Jordan, and I just saw this wild reaction from Aaron Ashura right here.
What's poppin', baby? It's the North Star Kid, Aaron Ashura. I just hopped off of a roller coaster game, so I'm filled with emotion. August 1st, we love wrestling. We are returning. The North Star Kid, Aaron Ashura, is returning. But, baby, I'm not the same man I was. See, last time I was there was about 19 years old. I was a little boy in a man's world, but now I'm a grown man. I'm the sexiest, I'm the flyest, and we love wrestling. The best is coming back, you heard? See, last time I was there, I ran it. And Shaq Jordan, you coming to my home, gangster. And when I step back into my home, I'm kicking any and everybody out the claim was mine. See, we love wrestling. It was written in my image, the image of the North Star. And I'm going to prove that you can't create a brighter image than what's standing before you. So I'm going to tell you like this, shawty. I shine the brightest. I smell the best. And come August 1st, Shaq Jordan, I'm going to put you down in the ground. And can't nobody pick you up, homie. And that ain't nothing.
Wow, man. He didn't stutter once.
Dude, that was amazing. Absolutely amazing.
That kid can talk. I like that. Woo! Man, if you are anywhere near the Rapids Resort in Athelstane, man, Chaos at Co-Sears 3 starts at 3 on Saturday, and it is free. So definitely check that out if you're in the area. Back to Massachusetts, John. We got 2 in Massachusetts, one on Saturday and one on Sunday. I may have mentioned the one on Sunday already.
You might have.
I might have, but the one on Saturday, John, Truly Independent Wrestling. They're having Beat the Heat 26. Tickets are available at trulyindependentwrestling.com. General admission for adults is $15. Kids 6 to 12, $5, and 6 and under free. What do we got on this card here? Well, Des Marciano had to be replaced due to injury. He had to pull out. Card subject to change. So now Sean Morris is going to take on Freakin' Flax.
Holy moly. Okay.
Yep.
You got me.
Jimmy Limits is going to be there taking on Big Brawlin' Hank. We got a tag match, Tastes Like Money against Cross Shot. The TIW Berkshire title is going to be on the line as Danny Atom takes on Brett Adams. The tag titles are going to be on the line as Rustache and Randy Walker take on the Brand.
Hey, Rustache. Yeah, I really want to thank you for coming to my daughter's graduation party. It means so much to me that you're here.
You're welcome, Randy.
But, I mean, August 1st, we have the tag team champions. Yeah. And can you believe they're calling us old? I mean, isn't Chaz the same age as us?
Yeah, by the way, we can keep up with the kids. We're hanging out just fine right now.
You guys are too old to be the tag team champions.
You're too old.
Too old?
What do you think, Raul?
Come on, man.
That's hilarious.
I love this song. George Jones is right.
Yeah.
You know what, Rustache?
What?
I don't think we do need these rocking chairs.
You might be right.
Yeah, I know I'm right. Come on, Rustache. We don't need these rocking chairs. Don't need them. Yeah.
Randall?
Yeah, what's up, Russ?
We don't have anywhere to sit.
Bro, all those "you're too old" chants, it sounded like my birthday party.
I'm telling you.
Jeez, those two guys could have been me and you.
They are you and I. Just a little younger, that's all.
They are, you're right. They're still thinking about getting in a ring, so they're clearly a lot younger than we are. That's going to be a fun match for the tag titles. And, of course, the big main event, the TIW Championship, will be on the line. Black Rose is going to challenge the champ, Jamar Justice. Ooh. He waited a while to give it to us. But let's hear what the champ thinks about this match coming up.
You know, something really boggles my mind is how we ended up here, Black Rose. Getting ready to face each other in the biggest match of your career. You see, it's been years since we sat across the table from each other and we discussed, our wants and our wishes from wrestling. What people don't know is I saw you take your first bump. I saw you throw your first punch. See, back then, I saw you coming before you saw yourself coming. Everybody didn't think you were elite. Everybody looked at you like you were the Jannetty. But I could see in your eyes you had more than that. And to your credit, you're realizing your potential. But see, here is our dilemma. You want what I have. Like every person in the TIW locker room, you want what I have. But see, you gotta think of something. During Cage Carnage, you and I, we barely touched. And yet you walked out with an injury. You were the one that went to the hospital that night in a neck brace, not me. Now just imagine how your body's gonna feel, what shape you're gonna be in when you are my main focus, when you are standing across the ring from me. You see, just like everybody else, you're stepping in the way of my ultimate goal. You're stepping in the way of my journey to being the greatest TIW champion ever. In August, it'll be a year of dominance for me. And it's not gonna end there. No, you're not gonna end my reign. You haven't been pinned in a long time. You haven't been beaten straight up in a long time. The only streak that's gonna end is yours. And I've said this before, and I'll say it again. And I want you to listen to me when I say this. Black Rose, your rose is in my garden. And I'm gonna pluck you out of that garden and toss you aside just like every other opponent I've had for the past year. You and I, we're gonna face off, and I can't help but feel like this is personal. I still think of you as a friend, so there will be a point in that match where I will let you out. I'll give you an out. And knowing you, you're not going to be smart enough to take that out. So I'll have to do to you what I've done to everybody else. Stomp you into the dirt.
He is serious.
Right? That dude is not playing, man. I would not want to take on Jamar Justice this week, but it sounds like Black Rose hasn't been pinned in a while, so we'll see who the Jannetty is. I ain't throwing that around. You didn't hear that from me. That's from that. I ain't want to gossip. I'm just saying one of them's the Jannetty. That's all I'm saying. I got one more show for you, John. Our friends at Focus Pro, we've been hinting at it all show. This isn't as much a control center as it is a preview, John, but let me say they are having Get Rich or Die Trying at the Great American Beer Hall, our favorite venue in Medford, Mass.
Absolutely.
This Sunday, not Saturday, Sunday, doors at 6, bell at 7 o'clock. Tickets are available on Eventbrite, John, and you know I love options. $50 for front row, $40 for second row, $25 for general admission, and a 4-pack of GA for $90, dude. And let me...
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, and let me tell you something, dude. You are going to get one of my favorite cards, and I say it almost every time with these guys, man. This is one of my favorite cards, John.
Every card, man. It ups the game.
Oh my God, dude! We're gonna open here with Paul London against Brian Bayside. Paul London will rub the belly.
Yep, I'm telling you.
JB Anderson, PG County in the house with the relaxed rules this time against, Dr. Redacted.
Oh, my God.
It was John Wayne Murdoch, former American Deathmatch champion. Now it is the current American Deathmatch champion. Dr. Redacted against JB Anderson in a relaxed rules match, and you know what that means. Light hoops. No, probably not. But still, it's going to be dangerous.
There may be a little bit of color in this match.
Yeah, I'm going
to go out on a limb.
A little bit of debris to probably do this one right before the break. You know what I mean? Let them clean
of course.
We've got a a triple threat for the women's title. Steph DeLander, the new champ, defending against Izzy Moreno and Gypsy Mac.
Wow.
Woo-hoo. That one's going to be great, too. The main event, John. Come on, man. This is my moment.
I was going to
What
say.
it's all been culminating. It's all been crescendoing to Monty Aries versus Diego Alvarez for the Focus Pro Championship. John, who you got?
You going to make me say it?
I am. I'm going to make you say it.
Diego Alvarez.
Yeah, it is. It's time, Papi Guapo.
And that's, listen.
Going to add to his belt collection.
This is like we had said earlier. This is a, with the Goldie and Nick Battee match for Dog. This is there's not going to be a loser in this match.
No.
No matter which way it goes, there's not going to be a loser.
No.
We know Monty is ready, absolutely ready. And Diego, listen, I know he's your boy, but God dang it, he's one of the best heels in the biz.
He is. He's great, man. He's coming off a loss to Mance Warner. Man, dude, he is going to be ready. This match, it's a ladder match. It's going to be incredible. And here's the thing. Everybody knows I love Monty Aries. I can tell you right now, probably a few days early here, that Monty Aries is moving up very close to the top of the power rankings this month. Right behind Samson and Vito Fratelli. He's that good.
Yes,
but the reason I'm picking against him is because all the stuff he's been posting lately. He's been at TNA. He's talking about his journey and his ride. This kid is about to ascend into a new journey, and I cannot wait to watch every minute of it because I am such a fan of his. But the first thing he's got to do is drop this belt, and I agree with you. I think he does that on Sunday.
It's his time. It's his time, and this is a good drop. This is a good thing for him.
Agreed. Well, the old signature move might get hit this weekend, John. Richard Holiday is going to be in the building this Sunday, and his opponent is going to be Mike Grassa, coming off a loss to LJ Cleary. We just heard from him after that match, and looking forward to this match with Holiday. Let's hear from Mike Grassa.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, JC Fox here with Focus Pro, and I am standing backstage with none other than the Mind Eraser. And Mike, what you just did out there, you almost went the distance with LJ Cleary, but he tapped you out. He tapped you out. That's something that doesn't happen very often. But as we look into the future and we look at what's coming for you on August the 2nd, it's an individual who is hotter than hot right now. Hell, he's white hot in Richard Holiday. So you're going to be standing in that very ring, similar circumstances, but with a different opponent. So why don't you tell the Focus Pro faithful exactly what is on your mind?
Well, you got it right. Richard Holiday, you're the hottest free agent going right now, man. Biggest thing on the independents. Your name's floating with all the top promotions. And I gotta give it to you. You deserve it. I've known you for a long time. And let me tell you one thing. After August 2nd, you're gonna remain a free agent. And you know why? Because you're going to be 6 feet in the ground after I'm done with you. Because Richard Holiday, if he dies, he dies!
I like him so much, man. Those contacts, he's just, I love the look. Oh, man, that one's going to be a good one, dude. Underrated match here. Grassa and Holiday for sure. I got 2 more matches for you, John. We were just talking about him earlier. Well, LJ Cleary is coming off a win against Mike Grassa. He is taking on another top free agent in the business, one we have spent half of the show putting over. So I'm going to let LJ Cleary put him over now. LJ Cleary is going to take on KJ Orso.
Ladies and gentlemen, JC Fox here with Focus Pro. And heck, it was a beautiful life out there. And I am here with LJ Cleary, who came back for a second time to Focus Pro.
Yes.
And things worked out in your favor. So when you think about your 2 stops here at Focus Pro, where does that lead us next?
Well, what did I say last time? I said Focus Pro was amazing, the people were amazing, the crowd was fantastic, but it didn't go my way. I needed a win, so that's why I came back. Tonight, I beat Mike Grassa. Now, admittedly, a little scary. I won't even say a little bit scared, I would say I was quite scared. But I did it, I won, he was fantastic, shook hands like a true gentleman. A little bit scary though. Anyways, next up, on August 2nd, it's me and KJ Orso. And that's why I needed this win tonight, because KJ Orso is one of the top talents, not just in independent wrestling, but in the world. But when it comes to me, LJ Cleary at Focus Pro, and that connection I have with those people, but you know what that is? That is a beautiful life.
Well, there you have it, folks. LJ Cleary and his beautiful life is living it up here in Focus Pro.
Dude, I am ready for that match big time. That is going to be such a cool pairing,
Tell you what,
man.
Don't blink.
Oh my gosh, man! Seriously, but I think I got all the matches down. But I wanted to mention one other thing because they've got 6 on this poster, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, they got 6 on the poster. But because we were talking about Miami Mike Walker, John,
yes,
earlier in the show, and what's going to happen now that Mike Walker's down? What happened to the Focus Pro Tag Team Championships? And will John's prediction start to come true now that Mike is down about Vinny Talata? I want you to hear Vinny Talata and Hellfire McGuire after they lost the tag team titles talking about the future.
This isn't going to stand. We're going to take care of this. We're going to have this nullified. I'm going to talk to the right people. We got screwed. You got screwed. This isn't going to count. You don't have a thing to worry about.
Hey, Hellfire McGuire.
Are you kidding me? I'm going to be like this right now? This is your fault.
You're talking about being screwed. Well, I mean, I think the people might have gotten screwed a little bit because you and Vinny went out there and tried to put on this charade that you were not going to defend. And then I got a call from Focus Pro management that said you, the post game, were gonna defend or be stripped. So I don't understand who got screwed here.
Yo, you know what I don't understand? What your fucking role is. You came out in our match and interfered with our shit. Hey,
how do you
I don't care who the fuck you are. You go tell management that you just screwed your best talent out of everything in Focus Pro. And tell them it don't matter if it's me and Hellfire, me and Mike, or a whole lot of Vinny Talata. I will have gold around my waist, and you better make it fucking happen. Oh.
Damn, dude. Dude, your guy is ready for the run.
Wow. Whew.
That was...
I'm telling you. It is a large man that can do a lot of terrible things to you in that ring.
Listen, this is the point where I say, John blusters sometimes and blows smoke. No, but he has been firmly on Vinny Talata since he laid eyes on the kid. Like I got to give John credit on this one. We're about to see what Vinny Talata can do, and will it start at Focus Pro? All right, man. Listen, I don't know where we left off. We just had another power surge, power whatever event. My internet flickered. John's internet went out. I think Did your power go out for a while?
Power's out. The internet's out. Hey, it's living out here on the water is beautiful, but man, it's temperamental.
Well, I think we got through everything we wanted to on Focus Pro. You heard Vinny Talata, didn't you?
Oh,
we got that far?
Dude, Vinny is not happy.
No, he is not, and I'm looking forward on him taking it out by himself on the rest of the Focus Pro roster. But leave Brian Bayside alone.
Brian's been through enough.
Well, listen, before the internet goes out again, I want to say thank you guys, as always, for listening. I know this was a long episode. Look forward to talking to you next week when we come up with the rules for the draft.
Nice. I can't wait.
Yes, sir. Talk to you then, guys. See ya.
See you, everybody.